I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 chief rocker in Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? Yo, y'all see us out here. Get that energy up. Man, I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I miss y'all, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your main man, Uncle Freezy, in the place to be. We back, baby. They can't hold us down. We back. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right? Let's go, man. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm back, baby. They can't hold us down. They can't hold us down. Man, I'm so excited to be here with y'all, man. God, dog, man, I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all, man. Let's go. Let's talk this Knicks talk the way we like Knicks talk, like to be talked to us. Let's go. Let's go, man. I'm excited, man. I miss y'all, man. I've been working on this computer, man. Trying to get this thing up and running, man. Trying to get back to y'all. I've been like that old Spinner song. I've been working my way back to you. Trust and believe, man. I love y'all, man. Let's go. Knicks Nation, let's get it. Blorange Tears, let's go. Get that energy up, man. I love it, bro. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. I miss y'all, man. I couldn't do the Knicks at Night podcast, man. I was just walking around the house, pacing in the house, trying to fix this computer. And my two little dogs just following me. I'm just pacing back and forth. Couldn't wait to get here. Couldn't wait to get here. Let's go. Get that energy up. Good morning. Let's go. Get that energy up, man. Let's talk some Knicks, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Let's get this thing. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Let's go. I'm excited, man. Man, I love this thing, man. I love being the #1 chief rocker in Knicks universe. I love it. I love it, man. I love being the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. I love it. When I ain't rocking, bro, when I'm not rocking with y'all, I feel like something missing. I love Knicks Nation. I love all y'all. I love all y'all, man. Love Knicks Nation, man. Love Knicks Nation, man. Love Knicks Nation, man. Love this thing. Love this platform, man. Love rocking with y'all, man. Love rocking with y'all. Y'all be tuning in. Y'all think some people be thinking like, yo, he do that because nah. The worst kept secret ever is I'm coming here to see y'all. People like, yo, man, Uncle Freezy got all them people coming to see him rocking him on. Man, that's the worst kept secret ever. Is it ain't y'all coming to see me. It's me coming to see y'all. It's me coming to rock with y'all. Man, get that energy up, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Man, I'm mad excited. I got like 3 days worth of energy saved up, stored up for today. I'm clearing out everything off the schedule, bro. I'm rocking till I just conk out. I'm rocking till I just conk out, bro. I'm gonna just rock until I conk it. Then I might go get an energy drink and then rock some more. Let's do this, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Blue tears, orange tears, Blorange Tears. Let's go. Let's get it. 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 I ain't did this in a minute, but I'm gonna do it right now because I think it is pertinent to what we get ready to talk about and my love affair for Knicks Nation. Let me start off by quoting the great American poet Grand Puba. Grand Puba says, "Now a lot of people think this is easy as it looks. Books and books around concepts and hooks. Session to session to get thoughts manifested, stressing and stressing to hit the world with a blessing. Bam! Uncle Freezy knocked that down in one take. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. I saw all these teams. I see all these teams making all these moves out here. A lot of NBA teams trying to make major moves. But I got a warning for y'all. I'm going to just quote the great American poet Prodigy. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook. Because ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it, y'all. Y'all know the topic I want to talk about. I saw an article. Let me go back to it because I wanna get the source. And y'all know me. I know y'all know that I don't make stuff up, but at the same time, I want to make sure I give the people proper credit. So I saw a joint on this website called Fansided. It's an article by Daily Knicks. I think it's something published by Jordana Clark saying ESPN lists Knicks as free agent Carmelo Anthony's best option. Right? I'm gonna put a link to this in the chat so y'all will see. I'm gonna put a link to this in the chat so that y'all will see what I'm talking about. There it is. There's one of the sources that I use. I want to make sure, even though I ain't been to journalism school, I went to business school. I wasted a bunch of time and money. Not wasted, but I spent a bunch of time and a bunch of money working on these business degrees, right? But let's go. I ain't no journalist. I know something about something else, right? Shotgunner is in the building. Shot Smoke was good. Danny Landis is in the building. Was good. DeRoss was good. I see you. The original DSJ is in the building. William Turnbull was happening. I see y'all. Trust. Dripmore is in the building. Was good. Mike Boy was good. Hard Will is in the building. Was good. Mike Boy was good. I see you. Kaiser Sauce is in the building. The usual suspect. Agent Super Argo was in the building. Al was happening. Payback Carter. Yo, yo, yo. I see you. Infamous New King is in the building. Was good. Nick G is in the building. Was good. I see you. All Future Media is in the building. Was good. Was good. Forbes Phil's in the building. Darren Wayne, I see y'all. I see y'all. What's good? Mike Boy in here chopping it up already. I see you. Eli M is in the building. Miss Geraldine, how you? Oh my, I see you. Okay. Hewlett Samuel is in the building. What's good, party people? Was good. The hip hop legend Cole Mega is in the building. It's good. Yo, Keith Turner is in the building, man. Was good. Was good. So let me start by saying this just up front. Let me just start off by saying this just up front, man. Yo. Yo, Lucas is in the building. What's up, Lucas? What's good? Miguel P is in the building. Okay. Dwayne Dennis, I see you. Let me first start off by saying, man, listen. I love Carmelo Anthony. I love Carmelo Anthony, man. Melo, if you watch and subscribe to the channel. Melo, if you watch and subscribe to the channel, man, go to the homepage, become a member. Smash the like button. Yo, smash that like button, y'all. When y'all come in, man, smash that like button, man. Support your channel. This y'all channel. White Falcon is in the building. What's good? Yo, I love Carmelo Anthony, man. Right? I love Carmelo Anthony. I love what he did for the Knicks. I think the number 7 should be retired. I don't care nothing about no stupid rule. No, yo, you got to win a chip in order to get your... Nah. You got to make this. You made the exception for Pat. You got to make the exception for Melo. Pat and Melo. Harlem Girl is in the building. What's good? Man, I love Melo, man. I love Melo. I love Melo. I love the way his name ring out in the garden. Carmelo Anthony. I love it all, bro. I love it. I love the Knicks tape era. I love Melo. And I know sometimes when we start parts of participles, like who's better, Bernard King or Carmelo, it ain't even, it's when you, it's like picking your favorite auntie. But auntie, you know you're my favorite, but she the auntie that make, that's the auntie that make baked macaroni and cheese. That's what, that's what it's like. It's like picking your favorite uncles. Like, you always hit me off with some bread. Tom was good. CWC is in the building. Quiet. Money is in the building. Still Knicks fans is in the building. What's good? Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn is in the building. What's good? Brooklyn, stand up. Shout out to the Bronx. Y'all know I love the X. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to all my people listening worldwide, not just in the tri-state area. Shout out to all my people in Canada that's listening. Shout out to all my people in Toronto. And I think it's like 4 or 5 of y'all in Toronto that's listening on a daily basis. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out to San Antonio. Felipe 210 and them down in Texas. Shout out to them. Shout out to my LA posse, right? Shout out to all my people in the Carolinas, hardcore Knicks fans riding the road. Shout out to them Carolina Knicks that be riding the road. Go to every Knicks game they can. DC, Philly, Charlotte, Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Memphis. Shout out to them. Shout out to them Knicks YouTubers worldwide that be on their grind, getting their grind on, putting out dope content. Because before y'all, we wasn't getting dope content. Shout out to y'all. Right? Shout out to my people worldwide listening. The Philippines. The fourth biggest audience for this channel is the Philippines. What? Shout out to the Philippines. Smoke 60 Smoke say, yo, I'm in LA. Yo, we got mad. We got like 10, 11 people that I know for sure in LA, bro. I think they led up by the big homie Fisher, Devon Fisher. You know what I'm saying? Yellow fella, all of them. Shout out to LA. Shout out to them Portland Knicks, led by Subliminal 209. Shout out to them Portland Knicks. We everywhere, baby. We everywhere. And we about to, let me get into this thing, man, about Melo. I love Carmelo Anthony. I love Carmelo Anthony. And this is me giving y'all my opinion. This ain't me being down the middle of the road. This is me telling you my opinion, right? This is my opinion. I'm about to opine about Carmelo, right? Uncle Freezy is about to opine about Carmelo, right? I love Carmelo Anthony, bro. I love Melo. I love the fact that he wanted to leave Denver to come here. I love that. That made me feel like we was about something. I love the fact that Melo wanted to come here. Melo wanted two things. He wanted that bread and to be a Knick. And Melo, what you did while you was hit, bro, the whole episode. And I know what people want to say. People generally say, they quote D Nice. They say, see, every episode begins in this mode, very cool, very calm. There's no sweat in my palm. Yo, shout out to 90s hip hop, 80s and 90s hip hop, man. Shout out to 90s hip hop. Shout out to 90s hip hop. But listen, check this out, though. This is what I want to hit y'all with. I love Melo, man. I love Melo. I loved him and Lala together in New York. The royal family. I had loved that, bro. Y'all listen, I had loved the royal family in New York. I loved it, man. They had a baby here. They got you did the son playing high school ball here. All of that. And I know they're not together. Now things happen. I'm saying at the time. I'm saying at the time this was going on, man. I loved it, man. I loved Melo, man. I love the fact that cats used to come to the Garden and had to deal with Melo because Melo was a problem. I love the Melo years, man. I love the Melo years. I love Melo, man. I love Melo. Melo, if you're watching, we do want you back, bro. Melo, if you're watching, subscribe to the channel. Do your job first. You got to subscribe to the channel. You got to become a member of the Blorange Tears family, right? Bro, Melo, people have no idea how many Melo jerseys got sold just off the fact that we loved Melo. Just of the love, like a dude basically come off the radar, and be like, nah, man, I want to be in New York. I want to be a Knick. Melo, you got to listen to Danny Landis. Danny Landis says, please subscribe. Right? Some of these moments with Melo, man, the feelings we got with Carmelo Anthony, we probably won't ever get those moments again, or at least we won't see those moments for a very long time. Right? Right now, Knicks fans are in a weird space. We want to love RJ like that, but RJ ain't gave us weekly Melo moments. Keyshawn, what's good? We want to love RJ like that, right? But RJ ain't ready. He's still a puppy. And Julius Randle, we don't know what to do with Julius Randle yet. We don't know what to do with Julius Randle quite yet. We just don't. No knock on Julius. No knock on Julius Randle. Personally, I like Julius Randle, right? I just need to see more consistency. And I need to see more love from Randle towards us. Julius Randle, you want to see love from the city? Do some of that stuff that Melo did. You ain't got to do everything that Melo did, but we ride for Melo, bro. Knicks fans ride for Melo. Knicks fans ride for Melo, bro. we ride for Melo, right? You could critique Melo game and all that stuff. You could say a lot of stuff about Melo didn't put forth effort on defense, and Melo could have been in better shape. Melo could have took less money so more people could have came. You could have said Melo this, Melo that, Melo this, Melo that. But the one thing you can't say about Melo, the one thing that man, it's like 9, 10, it's like 50 things that you can't say about Melo. One of them is you can't question Melo's love for the city. And you can't question Melo's wanting to be the best player in the league. You can't question that. Because even though Melo wanted his bag, Melo wasn't just about the bag. Melo is a Knick. And I know he played a lot of years in a lot of different places and all that stuff, but Melo is a Knick, man. Melo is a Knick. You can question a lot of stuff about Melo. You can question his defense. You can question a lot of stuff, but the thing you can't question is Melo being a Knick. Melo is a Knick. Come home, Melo. You got to get here. And I don't care how you get here. Just get here if you can. I don't care how you get here. Just get here if you can. Right? I love Melo. I love the big shots. I love the fact that he was willing to take the big shots. I love it in late and fourth quarters. I love Alpha wanting to prove to everybody else that he is the big dog. I love the fact when the Knicks are up by 1 with 58 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and the other team got their best defender on our best offensive player. And our best offensive player is a dude named Carmelo Anthony. Let's go. Alla Wise is in the building. Kendall Jackson was good. And I know internally we have these conversations like, is Carmelo Anthony better than Bernard King? Is Carmelo Anthony a top 5 Knick all time? Those are Knicks fans questions, right? Those are in-depth questions, right? That's something for us. See, because Melo got a place in here. Melo got a place in here. There is no eviction for that. Melo got a place in here that he can't be evicted. He can't be foreclosed on. He is permanently in here. And I don't care what other jersey he put on. I don't care if he put on a Celtics jersey, a Brooklyn jersey. I don't care if Melo put on an Indiana Pacers jersey. Melo has a place in here. Permanently. Come home, Melo. Come home, man. And listen, I want to get to what does Melo have left to offer? Right? Now, I'm not opining no more. My opine is over with. It's officially over. I'm not opining no more, right? Here's my question to you, Blorange Tears family, Knicks fan. How can Melo help these Knicks? How can Carmelo Anthony help these Knicks, man? These Knicks. This young group of guys. Brian, what's good? Hey, Harlem girl, I'm with you. I'm with you. And here's why. Because not only did he want to come here, he wanted to be on that big stage. Melo performed on that big stage. Right? Melo wanted to be on that big stage. Right? Melo wanted that. And I'm going to do a contrast, right? I'm going to do a contrast. Julius Randle wanted to come here, but for different reasons. Does it make Julius Randle wrong? No, I'm not getting into that. I'm just doing a contrast. For shizzlers in the building. It's good. Julius Randle wanted to come here for different reasons. Julius Randle wanted to prove to the world that he is an all-star, that he does have what it takes to get to the next level, that he does have game, that the Lakers did give up on him too quickly. Right? That's what I think Julius Randle's motivation was. And the Knicks needed talent, and Randle needed a place to go prove that he can ball. Right? But did Julius Randle want to be? Is Julius Randle New York? In my heart of hearts, I don't think Julius Randle is New York. Is Carmelo Anthony New York? Carmelo Anthony is every bit New York. And look, I know Melo is Baltimore and all that stuff. Shout out to Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore. I got people in Baltimore, right? I got people in B-more, right? I know Melo talk about B-more a lot. I understand that, right? Listen, I get that. I understand that. Understand that, right? I understand that. That's where he's from originally, but Melo wanted to be here and we wanted to have him. And if this sounds familiar, tell me if this sounds familiar. A cat with New York roots is putting up big numbers out in the Midwest, and he want to come here and take on the load for the city. He got something to prove. Yeah, he made multiple all-star teams out west, and they funky uniforms that they wear out west, right? Sure. A young all-star with New York roots wants to come play for the Knicks. He done proved it on another team. Don't have much playoff success on his current team. But he want to come play for the Knicks. He want to get the Knicks to the promised land. He wants y'all, and y'all want him. And does he have flaws in his game? Yes. Knicks fans, do we have flaws in our game? Hell yeah. Knicks fans will turn on somebody in a heartbeat. Knicks fans will turn on somebody in a heartbeat. Right? But it is what it is. We deal with it. We know that. We know Knicks fans are turn on you in a heartbeat. We know that. That's part of the equation. This ain't nothing new. You watch your son turn on a Knicks player in a heartbeat. That ain't new, because you turn on a Knicks player in a heartbeat. That ain't new. Your daddy turned on a Knicks fan in a heartbeat. That ain't new. Your uncle turned on a Knicks player in a heartbeat. That ain't new. Your granddaddy turned on a Knicks player in a heartbeat. This ain't new. It's who we are. It's who we are. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. If you ain't performing, we are going to boo you. Get him out of here. If you ain't performing, we want you out of here. Right? If you ain't performing, we want you out of here. And you go sour on us, we want you out of here. You mad at us because we are who we are, we want you out of here. But so what? But so what? Right? So what, right? A lot of NBA players can't take that. That's what. A lot of NBA players can't take that. That's what. NBA players, they can't take that, bro. They can't take that. They can't take the thought of that. Like, yo, are you telling me if I have one bad game, these cats gonna be flipping out on me? Yes. Yes, pretty much. If I have one bad playoff series, they're gonna flip on me? Yep, pretty much. Part of it, man. Carmelo Anthony, knowing that, still want to come here. Carmelo Anthony, knowing that, still wanted to come here. Forced his way here. Told Brooklyn, and Brooklyn was in the running to try to get Melo right. At the end of it, Melo was like, listen, man, okay. If y'all trade for me, I'm not re-signing. Then Brooklyn tuck their tail and go trade for Darren Williams. Opens up the path for us to mug Masai Ujiri. At the time, people was like, Ujiri mugged us. Masai Ujiri, he mugged us in that Melo trade. And then now when we look back at the trade, really? He mugged us? He got Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Raymond Felton, Mozgov, a first-round pick that turned out to be Doug McDermott. Remember that name, Doug McDermott. And we got Carmelo Anthony and Chauncey Billups. And people were like, yo, Ujiri mugged us in that deal. Really? We got two Hall of Famers. They got Mozgov. We got two Hall of Famers. They got Gallinari and Mozgov and Dougie McBuckets. I just don't want to do the Melo trade all over again, Uncle Freezy. I don't want to do the Carmelo Anthony trade all over again. I love Dougie McBuckets and Mozgov and Chandler and Felton. Hey, man, I love you, Melo. Come on home, bro. Come on back. Come on back. You know the situation is different. The situation is different this time. We got young kids here, we trying to develop. And I know as a 30-year-old man, 38-year-old man, or 37, however old, you're not thinking like a 27-year-old man. Right? Right? As a 26-year-old Melo is not thinking like a 37-year-old Melo. And sure, there'll be some nights where Melo want a heat check to see if he still got it. But all old men do that. All y'all young fellas out there, trust me, the older you get, the more you're going to realize it's always going to be a heat check time at some point. So the men out there in y'all 30s and 40s, when you get in your 50s, you're going to throw up a heat check. When you get in your 60s, you're going to throw up a heat check. When you get in your 70s, you're going to throw up a heat check. Right? And so that was not basketball related. This is life related here. So all you men in your 20s and 30s, trust me, you doing your heat checks now, you're gonna keep doing it in your 40s. You're gonna heat check in your 50s. You're gonna check the temperature of the room. When you get in your 60s, 70s, you're gonna do heat checks. Trust me. So when Melo comes here and plays his role, mentor off the bench, help develop Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin, be the mentor for them, be the sounding board for Julius Randle, getting that role where he could still rock, but rest them knees, get them checks, continue his legacy, because all aging superstars go through it. All aging superstars go through it. Tim Duncan went through it. Tim Duncan on the Spurs, he knew Tim Duncan knew he wasn't the best player on the floor no more. Right? Tim Duncan passed the baton to a younger player on the Spurs. David Robinson passed the baton to Tim Duncan. David Robinson, who was a top 5 center during his day, passed the baton to Tim Duncan. Right? It's how things go. When Melo signed here, when Melo get that 7 jersey and put it on for the first time, when Melo watched the starters get announced and the crowd go crazy for R.J. Barrett, and Melo on the bench with his towel or tucked in his jersey like he liked to do. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on the bench, waiting. And his Tibbs voice, Melo, Melo. Melo be at the scorer's table as a Knick for the first time in 5 years? Call his name. And MSG announces his name. Now entering the game for R.J. Barrett, Carmelo Anthony. And the Garden go crazy. See, ain't no feeling like that. You can't, no matter how much money you make, you can't buy feelings like that. No matter how much money you have, you can't buy feelings like that. Love. Love, man. You can't quantify it. It's the reason why I was so hyped up when I hit that live button when I came in here. I'm not Carmelo Anthony. I'm not Carmelo Anthony, man. I'm not. Right? I'm Uncle Freezy, the #1 Chief Rock in Knicks universe. Right? But when you come in and you feel all the loves from Knicks fans, bro, there's no feeling like it. You can't quantify it. You can't put a number on it. You can't buy it. You can't place it or replace it. Right? There's no feeling like the feeling of being loved by Knicks fans in the Garden. There's no way. You can't quantify that. You can't replace it. You can't place it or replace it. Right? There's no place like the Garden, man. For one, the Garden is the best venue. But, bro, when you get in the Garden and every seat is occupied by fans who have coaches' acumen. See, it's like, and I'm going to throw some shade at Golden State Warriors fans just because they the champs, whatever. Whatever. Right? Like, it's not like Golden State Warriors fans where half of them know basketball and the other half just love to support the team. Right? It's not like Warriors fans where half of them know basketball, but the other half just flat out blindly support as hard as they can. That's the Golden State Warriors fan base. See, the Knicks fan base is we support as hard as we can, but we don't do it blindly. When something ain't right, we be like, hey, he trash. He trash. Right? Come on home, Melo. What you thinking about? I already know what it is, man. Melo, go get that 2-year deal, Melo. That 1-1. Get that 1-1, Melo. Get that 1-1. Sign Melo. Sign Melo, man. What are we waiting on? Melo, you don't have to come here to save us on the court. What you provide now is stuff beyond the pick and roll, right? Danny Lee, what's good? See, the Carmelo Anthony thing is not like a Tim Hardaway Jr. thing where you were the best player on a team by default. Like I'm not gonna pound the table for Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm not gonna pound the table for Enes Kanter or Trey Burke or Courtney Lee or even Derrick Rose. Right? I'm not getting ready to pound the table for Bobby Portis. Right? I'm pounding the table for Carmelo Anthony. Right? Because ultimately, this is about sports and what sports provides you. Right? Ultimately, this is about sports and what sports provide you. Right? What are you looking for from this Knicks team? Ask yourself that. What are you looking for from this Knicks team? Ultimately, what are you looking for? I know you want to win a championship, right? But it's not just about that championship. It's about that feeling that bringing a championship gives you. We the best. We're important. This feeling of everything, this feeling of your favorite people doing the hardest thing in sports for you. The thing that Carmelo Anthony brings is that feeling. Right? Because ultimately, where most of us are sports fans, because we want that feeling. Right? We want that feeling of good vibes and supremacy. Right? And Carmelo Anthony brings you one of those, the good vibes part. He didn't bring you a championship, but he brings you the good vibes. Right? And so I want to just touch on a little bit of the article, right? ESPN lists Knicks as free agent Carmelo Anthony's best option. And Jordana Clark writes, The New York Knicks have engaged in trade talks with the Utah Jazz to bring Donovan Mitchell back home via trade, but they could soon be bringing another big-name player home. Free agent Carmelo Anthony has still yet to sign with a team. Melo spent the 2022 season with his good friend LeBron James and the Lakers, but it ended up being a disastrous year for the organization. The 38-year-old forward was one of the lone bright spots for the team, averaging 13 points while shooting 44.1% from the floor and basically 38% from three in 69 games. Right? So what I'm saying to you is this: could the Knicks use a forward that can shoot the three at 38%? Keith Turner says, that's what we need to be talking about, bringing in Donovan Mitchell, not Melo. What else you got? Keith Turner, you got some new news on Donovan Mitchell? Anybody got any new news on Donovan Mitchell? Because I've been searching it, I can't find it. If y'all got some new news on Donovan Mitchell, y'all share it with me, man. I'll share it, and we'll start that conversation. Tiffin Smith was good. Jermaine Royster's in the building. JR was good. King Poppy in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If anybody has anything new on the Donovan Mitchell front, let's chop it up. But Carmelo Anthony is a free agent. An article came out 22 minutes ago. I feel you. Yeah, I've been searching. I've been searching for Donovan for Spider News. Because tell me if this story sounds familiar. Tell me if this story sounds familiar. An NBA player with New York roots is a franchise player for a team out west. He makes multiple All-Star games. He wants to come play for the Knicks. Right? But the trade negotiations have taken longer than expected. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Tell me if this sounds familiar. A scoring machine from a team out west, makes multiple All-Star games, is dominant at his position, wants to come home and play for the New York Knicks. Tell me if that sounds familiar. Y'all know the person I'm talking about. Y'all know the player I'm talking about. I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony. I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony. Did y'all have another play that y'all were thinking about? I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony. Right? All right. All right, okay, so let's get to the topic du jour then. If signing Carmelo Anthony, does signing Carmelo Anthony hurt the development of the young core? I'm going to make that a poll in the chat. Chat, I'm going to make that a poll, okay? I'm going to make that a poll. Does signing Carmelo Anthony hurt the development of the young core? I'm gonna make that a poll. Does signing Carmelo Anthony hurt the development of the Knicks young core? All right, does signing Carmelo Anthony hurt the development of the Knicks young core? Okay, I'm asking the community. There it is. There it is. It's out there, y'all. Y'all let y'all voices be heard. Y'all let y'all voices be heard. Right? My belief is signing Carmelo Anthony does not hurt the development of the young core. It makes them better. Because if we're talking about Carmelo Anthony taking maybe 2-3 minutes away from Obi, I think we make up way more for that than having Melo in a practice facility with Obi Toppin on a practice floor. I think what happens is in the grand thing of give and take, you gotta give something to get something. You can't get Melo's knowledge and swag and experience without giving up something else. You got to give up something to get something. And so I'm not the one, listen, I'm not, I don't want to have the Journal Square mentality, whereas, what I'm saying, try to get something for nothing, hustle, trying to get something for nothing. Nah. I don't want to do the what's the Brooklyn equivalent to a Journal Square? Like you go get cheap stuff, knockoff stuff. What's the Brooklyn equivalent to that? Somebody named the Brooklyn equivalent to somebody getting the knockoff version of something. What's the Brooklyn equivalent to that? What's the Bronx equivalent to that? G. Robinson says 2 to 3 minutes from Obi, then Obi is playing 8 minutes. Are you serious? Okay. What? G. Robinson, I don't even understand why you would even ask that in that way, right? 2 to 3 minutes from Obi, then Obi playing 8 minutes. For one, just add up your numbers. If Obi is playing 10 to 11 minutes, he ain't no factor anyway. You got to rephrase the way you asking this. Because look at the numbers you put up here. 8 minutes plus 2 to 3 minutes. If Obi is playing 10 to 11 minutes, it don't matter if he loses 2 to 3 minutes. If Obi is only playing 11 minutes, get him out of here. You got to rephrase that, bro. You got to, come on. If Obi only playing 10 to 11 minutes, that's not a Melo issue. That's an Obi issue. You said 2 to 3 minutes from Obi, then Obi is only playing 8 minutes. If Obi only playing 10 to 11 minutes, is that a Carmelo Anthony issue? That's an Obi Toppin issue if he can only earn 10 to 11 minutes, bro. Come on. Come on. You know that. We expecting Obi to play 20-something minutes. We want Obi at 24 minutes, 25 minutes. If we talk about Obi Toppin at 8 minutes, come on. Bro, come on. I understand where you're going, but you got to use a different number than 8 minutes. Come on, bro. We talking about the difference between Obi playing 25 minutes and Obi playing 22 minutes. Not no Obi playing 10 minutes and then Carmelo take 2 and he only playing 8. If he only playing 10 minutes, get him out of here. What we need him for? If Obi only playing 8 minutes a game in his third year, it's not a Carmelo Anthony issue. Trust me. I feel where you going. I feel where you going. I feel you. But man, if Obi only playing 10 minutes without Melo, and Melo come and he playing 8 minutes, that's not a Tibbs issue. That's not a Melo issue. That's not a Knicks issue. That's an Obi Toppin issue, bro. I feel where you going. I feel like you're going. I know what you're saying. G Rob says, you're not serious, Tibbs. So go, you're not serious. Tibbs going to play Randall. Right. Randall deserved 30 minutes, bro. Randall deserved 30 minutes. Randall deserved 30 minutes, man. Obi Toppin ain't better than Julius Randle. Obi Toppin ain't better than Julius Randle. We don't want to have that conversation, man. Obi Toppin is not better than Julius Randle. Kendall Rivera's in the building. What's good? Let me throw this link in the chat so we can get so that we can get more than one opinion up here. All right, so we have 55 votes. And does signing Carmelo Anthony hurt the development of the Knicks young core? So far, the no's have it.
Yo, what up? Let me tell you something, man. I'm chilling. This whole Melo stuff, this is exactly that we need, man. Been there, done that. Showing everybody how to be a star in this city. We need that.
We need that, bro.
We don't need him to play. Of course, I'll take the 13 points on almost 40% on from the three. Of course, you take that, but why not have show Randall and RJ how to be a star in the city?
Right.
Or even if we get Donovan Mitchell, he don't know how to be a star in New York.
Right.
He could show him how to be a star. How easy things turn. Because one to two bad games from Donovan Mitchell, we on him. So I don't see the problem. I really don't see the issue.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna just say this to Knicks fans, man. Just real quick, man. The Knicks lost a lot of games because last season there was a point where cats off the bench and in the starting lineup could not get a bucket. You legit saw it in the Minnesota game. You saw it in both Charlotte games, home and on the road. You saw it in the Portland game that Saturday afternoon. You saw it in that Denver Nuggets game in Denver when Zeke Naji was killing us from that corner three. That when offenses get into gear and we can't, we are not a very good team.
Exactly.
And we're talking about a dude that is a walking bucket.
Exactly. We saw it in the Brooklyn game.
Do we want to win or tank? I think ultimately that's the question. Because if you want to win, if you watch games last year, you knew a lot of times the reason why we lost is because we would hit scoring droughts and we didn't have a 6'7", 6'8" guy off the bench that could score. We had all small dudes shooting perimeter shots. And when those shots wasn't going, all hope was lost.
Exactly. What happens when Obi missed those corner threes in clutch moments? Who you go to? Why not Melo, I need you for 3 minutes. The last 3 minutes of the game. Come through. Get us a bucket.
Yeah, or those in the third quarters. You remember how bad we was at the end of third quarters? You know when you rest your starters to get them geared up for the fourth quarter? That little stretch where you got to rest your starters so they can play the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
And you put your bench in the game and we can't score? and then the lead go from 7 to like 18, and you're like,
yeah. I give you an example, Freezy. Remember that Brooklyn Net game when Cam Thomas was killing us and we couldn't score?
yeah.
You mean to tell me we couldn't?
And we had Grimes all over him too.
Exactly. You mean to tell me we couldn't use Melo for that? Those 13 points alone. Just those 13 points alone. We couldn't use
beat
that?
Brooklyn. Those 13 points, we beat Brooklyn, bro.
Come on.
And I'm not saying that Melo would have got all 13 at once. I'm talking about the threat of a scoring machine off the floor to go against a scoring machine off the bench.
Exactly. You got to guard Melo. It's not like no one, and people that say he washed, why? Because he's not putting up 20, 25 points a game. He don't need to no more. That's not his role. But at 37 or 38, however how old he is, you're going to tell me almost 14 points a game or almost 40% three-point shooting and pretty much 45% from the field is not useful?
Come on, bro.
That's washed. That's washed.
Come on, bro.
Compare that to a lot of 38-year-olds in the past. He wasn't doing that.
Come on,
and on top of that, why? Because he's playing with Braun putting up 30. Of course, he get to do what he wants. Of course he puts up 30. It's Braun. And plus, look at Braun compared to everybody else. Braun's an alien.
Right.
Braun's going to be putting up 30 probably to the day he retires. It's weird. But the reason why people, and other people saying like, oh, why would he come here? Because his son is here. That's why. And they like, well, you don't got the ring. You need to go focus on being the ring. Sometimes you get older and you realize family is more important than your own goals. Let them come see your son play. That's where you want to be. If you want to be in, even if you go to the Brooklyn Nets, who cares?
Who cares? Right. Well, yeah, man. So what I'm getting at is, hey, man, you got a echo going on. You got. I'm
gonna get the other headphones. I got my AirPods in.
Dang, man, Rivera just stood up. How tall are you? Like 6'7", bro?
Absolutely not. Minus 1,000 inches.
You wild.
I am below 6 foot.
Right. And so the deal is with a Carmelo Anthony to the Knicks thing is not that we want Carmelo to come here and be a savior. That's not what we asking. But if you want to win, you got to shore up deficiencies.
Yep.
You got to shore up deficiencies. It's not just about Carmelo coming here and having great moments. It's about consistent play for 48 minutes. It's about being a consistent play all 4 quarters, all 48 minutes.
Exactly. And I see the chat. Look, hold on for you. I'm sorry, but if you see the chat, you see that like a lot of people saying win what? What are we winning? First of all, it's not about win. People, why do we think winning the chip is the end all be all? We got to build to that. We know we're not winning the chip, but you got to win something. Y'all want to see 17 wins, or y'all want to see 45 plus? I don't understand.
It's because they don't know basketball. Yeah, I'm taking a shot at the tankers. The tankers. Yeah, I'm taking a shot at y'all. Y'all don't know basketball. Simple. It's as simple as that.
We know we're close to winning the championship.
Who's it? Because think about who's the league MVP of the league right now.
Jokic.
Was he taken with the number 1 pick?
No.
Okay. Who was the league MVP before him?
Giannis.
Was he taken with the number 1 pick?
Nope.
What are we talking about then? What are we talking about? If Jokic is the league MVP and he was not taken with the number 1 pick, then what are we talking about? If the dude before him is the league MVP, Giannis taking 15, not taking 1, then what are we talking about?
Exactly. The player we could potentially get in Mitchell, he wasn't even the number 1 pick, and he could possibly win MVP.
He was taking 13.
See what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter.
13. It's not about, bro. It's not about where you pick. It's who you pick.
Exactly.
Right.
Andrew Wiggins ain't win no MVP. He was the number 1 pick.
Right.
Anthony Davis didn't win. Number one pick.
How does James Wiseman look right now? James Wiseman was the number 2 pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does James Wiseman look right now? Is James Wiseman the number 2 pick better than Jordan Poole?
Nope.
A late first round pick?
Nope. James Wiseman looked average. He looked like a role player.
James Wiseman is a bust. James Wiseman is trash. I wouldn't trade nothing for him. This dude is so raw. After 2 years, you're like, what has he been doing for these 2 years? Right? What I'm saying to you is this. What I'm saying to you is this, y'all. You can win and draft right, and then you wouldn't have these issues because it's not about drafting high energy. Look, like for instance, if somebody told you you could choose between R.J. Barrett and Darius Garland, would you think about it? Well, Darius Garland wasn't pick number 3. R.J. was. Right? The whole thing about tanking is not even about who you draft. I mean, where you draft, but about who you draft. Giannis is the league MVP, right? But you know who else was a part of that young core? Jabari Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jabari Parker a bust? Well, the Bucks picked him at 2. The Bucks picked Jabari Parker at 2 over Joel Embiid at 3. Who would you rather have? Mr. Rivera, who would you rather have? Jabari Parker or Joel Embiid?
Joel Embiid.
Because it's not about where you draft, it's about who you draft. Right? We keep saying this over and over and over again, and some Knicks fans are saying we should be tanking. Tanking for what? Tanking for what? It's not about where you draft, it's about who you draft. Right? That's what the Houston Rockets in 1984 had drafted Ralph Sampson, right? Ralph Sampson.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Ralph Sampson at center. And the very next year, with the number 1 pick, they drafted Hakeem Olajuwon, right? Instead of Michael Jordan. So not only did they have a young up-and-coming center, they chose to draft 2 young up-and-coming centers.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of drafting Michael Jordan. It's not about where you draft. It's about who you draft.
Exactly. And at least it worked out for me.
Right.
At least it worked out. But at the end of the day, the Knicks haven't been drafting bad the last couple of years. It's not like they've been drafting bad anyway. So it's been proven that we can find, players.
Right.
They have not, like, Grimes was a good pick. IQ was obviously a good pick. Obi was a good pick. I'm gonna say Obi was a good pick. We had Mitch. So it's not like every year we just drafting bums. We just think they bums because they not doing what others is doing. But in reality, they're not bums.
Right. What I'm saying is what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is Knicks fans. Just because you don't have a star yet, don't mean you will have a star never. Just be easy. Easy. You can go get a star in Donovan Mitchell and speed up this process. Right? You can go get a Donovan Mitchell, or you can go get and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and something else.
Exactly. Can we stop saying that we got to draft a star? We did. I'm be honest with you. We did. RJ is a star. RJ's he's not a superstar, but he's a star. You're gonna see it this year. And it's funny because we don't even appreciate that. 20 points is 20 points. 20 points is 20 points. When the last time we had that?
Right.
But we don't appreciate that. We already got one. Just let him become it.
Right.
It's weird. Knicks fans is weird.
And everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. To compare RJ to SGA, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's do things a little bit different.
And SGA also had the master teacher, CP3.
Yeah. And Schroeder as a backup. Right? I mean, come on. What are we doing? Right? Well, what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is you can ultimately, the Knicks can leave this offseason potentially with Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Carmelo Anthony, and Isaiah Hartenstein, and tell me that's not an upgrade over what we had last season.
That's an extreme upgrade. You want to know a step further than that? Carmelo Anthony, when what's the name left? When Melo left, right? Who became an all-star?
Right.
And who was up under KP? I mean, who was up under Melo as a prodigy, learning from Melo?
He was getting mentored.
And then the very next season he became a what? An all-star.
An all-star.
So we mean to tell me we don't want Cam, Obi, and RJ to learn from Melo?
Yeah. And Knicks fans also just real quick. Yo, we can't be so quick to turn on all-stars, bro, because we turn on all-stars so quickly. Then when we don't have one, then we're like, yo, people don't want to come here. Tell me if this sounds familiar. A small forward / power forward makes multiple all-star teams. Occasionally, he's a starter in the East in the all-star game. Scoring machine, average about 25, 26 points a game for the Knicks. The Knicks fans get frustrated with ISO ball. They want to trade him. They trade him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Knicks fans get an all-star power forward. Makes the all-star team 1 year. They get frustrated with his off-the-court shenanigans, and they want to trade him. Then they go through a drought, right? They go through a drought when the best player is a dude named Emmanuel Mudiay, right? Then they get a guy that show up out of the blue. They turn on him off the rip because they're trying to figure out why is Julius Randle starting over Bobby Portis. When Bobby Portis was a starter, a low-end starter everywhere he went, and Julius Randle was a dude off the bench. But you start Julius Randle over Bobby Portis, right? Yeah. Why is Randle starting over Portis? Clearly, something happened in practice that the coaching staff saw, and they was like, yo, this dude is a little bit better than what we think.
And we went in that direction.
Right? They went in that direction, right? And then my man goes on to make the all-star team in his second year, and the Knicks get frustrated with him and then want to trade him. Right? You notice the trend? You notice the trend here, right? Dude come here, make the all-star team. Knicks get sour. They want to trade him.
Want to trade. And it's just annoying. It's why we don't cherish what we have when we have it. Then when it's gone, we cry about it. That's a like. I don't blame LaMarcus Aldridge not wanting to sign here. That's right. That free agency. I don't blame him.
Right.
Why would I?
Yeah.
If I was KD, why would I sign here?
Greg Monroe. You remember Greg Monroe and Leon Rose was like, no. Greg don't want to go to New York. I tell you what we'll do. If y'all give up some first round picks, we'll make sure Bargnani go. That's what the Knicks deserve.
I got fleeced because Bargnani, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is embrace Melo. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, right. Like we ain't coming here. People acting like Melo gonna come in here and demand 40 minutes. He don't even want to play all that. He don't even want to play that. He don't want to play.
Melo don't want to play that many minutes, bro. Not at that age.
Exactly. Like when you get older, I don't want to be like I'm only 32 and I don't even be wanting to run around with my kids. I'll be tired.
Yeah, man. So ultimately, what I'm getting at is be patient with the roster building. Let's not overdo it. Melo to the Knicks is not the end all be all, but it's not the end all be all, man. Come on.
Exactly. It's just it'd probably be for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Just relax. You'll see improvement in people. Like when you see those practice videos they be showing, and you seeing Melo on the sideline with like Cam, Obi, and RJ showing them footwork and showing them this and that, right. And you see improvements in the game. I bet you won't complain.
Right. We turning already, bro. I think Knicks fans are turning on Cam Reddish right now. We just in the moment and we don't see it.
I'm kind of one of those fans. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just I just want him to have a fire up under him. That's all. Did
you see the Farron Hunt thing?
Nah. Oh, the Farron Hunt. Oh, he could get
on
minutes
Twitter?
over Cams and blah blah. I didn't see it. I just know during the summer league they was vouching for Farron Hunt like he was gonna come here and really be a starter or something. Like no.
Nah, man. I like Farron Hunt. I'm not going to say he's going to be Trevor Ariza right away. What I'm saying is be patient with him.
Oh yeah, of course. But
let him be the 15th man.
Exactly.
And then the 11th man, and then the 8th man. You know what I'm saying? Let him learn.
Move up slow. Yeah. People already with the Farron Hunt. All right, but those are against summer league players. Relax.
And then he did nothing against summer league players, really. He got a lot of steals.
Yeah, got a couple dunks.
Some rebounds.
His energy is good, but like he ain't about to come here and just start just because he played good in summer league. Like he got to get past Grimes in them first. Cam's levels.
Right.
Cam, he got to get past Cam, the same person that plays his position. He got to get past him first. And then he can make some noise. If he could do that, then sure. But he's Ronaldo Buckman right now.
Yeah. How do you feel about the young core right now?
I feel like our young core is slept on. I feel like it's really slept on. They're not really talked about a lot, which is bad, but then it's good for us because it's good for them because it's the hype not around and they can just go out and do their thing. But I think we got one of the best young cores in the league, to be honest. IQ, there's a reason why the Jazz want them. It's not like
now, bro.
No, I don't think we have the best. I said one of the best. One of the best.
How?
What do you mean how? You tell me IQ, Obi, Cam, RJ. It's not one of the best young cores. Mitch. You mean tell me that they're not one of the best cores? They in that top 10 suggest like in the league. They top 10. Don't do that. They not better than like SGA and who got a better young core? Portland or New York? They got Anthony Simons. Who else?
They got Shady on Sharp.
Anthony
Simons.
All right, but they got Anthony Simons and who else? Because Sharp ain't even play yet. Next. Who's the next one? They don't got nobody else. Obi, IQ, RJ, Mitch, they all show. Cam, they all show what they could do. That's what this shit in Sharp to show. Do the Kings got a better young core? Though you can't include Sabonis. They got Davion Mitchell and Keegan Murray.
That's all they got.
Yeah, because Fox is he a young? Is he a part of the young core still?
Fox is 24.
All right, it's realistically, is Fox? What is Fox? Come on, what is Fox? And I'm not even being funny. What is Fox? Is Fox really that good? He good. Is he really? Where is he at in the point guard list?
Would you trade for De'Aaron Fox if they were giving him away? Would you trade for him
with Brunson?
No, I'm just saying, just flat out, like if the Kings wanted to trade De'Aaron Fox, would you be interested? You know you would, bro.
Yeah, I would, of course. But that's based upon we don't have nothing.
Huh?
That's assuming we don't have nothing. But if would I rather have Fox or Brunson? I probably want Brunson.
Okay.
Like at my starting point guard, I probably would take Brunson. Now, if they wanted to do like a Brunson Fox lineup, that's intriguing.
I like Brunson. I like Brunson, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
After what I saw at that pro-am, I like Brunson. I had my little doubts, but what I saw, even though it didn't really mean nothing, like it don't mean nothing at all, but yeah, you could see he got it in him. You see it.
Yeah, I'm not questioning that.
Like you see it, and I think either way, I don't care what we do this. I feel like we're gonna have a fun season. It's gonna be a fun season this year.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Yeah. I'm with you there 100% there, right? But here's the thing. I wanna throw at you too. If this young core is so good, how come I want you to explain to me two things. If this young core is so good, how come they haven't impact winning? Right? And how come we can't get a quality NBA player for just them alone without draft picks?
For one, I'm not gonna go the narrative that Tibbs don't play the kids because he obviously played them some, but he won't. He do the double Dutch thing where he, in and out of it. Like sometimes it looks like he wanna do it, but then it's like, nah, I changed my mind. I was joking. I was just joking. Now come back over here and sit down. Because it's like he don't trust. It's not like he don't want to play him. It's just like he don't trust them. Because I feel like if Johnny Bryant was the coach, then you'll see them play more, and then you wouldn't have to add the draft picks because there'd be a lot more footage of them playing like 30, 40 minutes a game where you don't have to add on those draft picks. But now it's still the unknown. But we know, but the league don't know. Get what I'm trying to say? Like the league don't know, but we know. So they have to add those draft picks just because the what if. But if it wasn't a what if, then they probably wouldn't have to add those. But I think that impact is just would they win anyway?
Do they impact winning?
No, because the team ain't good. I mean, the style of play ain't good. I don't think Tibbs is playing to the style of winning, but like he has a roster. Like I put it like this: remember Larry Brown had that team, the Olympic team, where he had Braun and all of them, and they had like a rucker style team, but he played them like a half court offense. He wasn't playing the young guys that much, so I don't think he wasn't playing to their strengths, and I don't think Tibbs played to what the young kids' strengths are. So that's why they don't really impact.
Well, okay. So what's the strength of these young kids?
Run,
right? So I, on numerous occasions, I'm thinking it's hundreds of times, heard Tibbs say, "Run, push it, run," and they walk it up. I'm talking about hundreds of times last season. Go! And you see them pushing it up. They can't figure out stuff. I don't know, bro.
Is that experience though?
I don't know what you mean.
Is it like can't read defenses that comes with experience? Like some people get it automatically. Some people just got it automatically. They could read the defense. Like a John Moran, he just come in. He just know what he's doing. CP3, all those guys, they just know. But a lot of times, not everybody don't have that already, that DNA already to come in and just read the defense and know that guy's gonna be there, and I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that'll come with experience where they don't know what to do as far as that exotic defense that they playing over there. You know, to slow them down. But some of it is like a lot of them just doing what they want to do because this team don't really have a direction. It looked like the year before, everybody was playing on one page. This year, it seems like everybody was on different pages. So Quickley if he's going to shoot the 30-footer, he's going to shoot because, oh, well. Obi don't really care because, oh, well, we losing. Oh, well, everybody for themselves. RJ not passing the ball on the break because, oh, well.
Yo, Nick Nack said, I think changing my mind every show on keeping kids or getting Mitchell is good conversation, but it just hurts credibility. Wait a minute.
What, his credibility?
I don't,
Yours or Donovan Mitchell?
Not, yeah, changing mind every show on keeping kids or getting Mitchell. I don't understand. I don't even understand that statement. I think that statement is crazy. This person right here is losing their marbles. Like, the thing is, evaluating the kids and keeping kids are two different things. Right now, are you evaluating the kids?
This year has to be a must.
Yeah,
because the paying them is coming up.
I think we evaluating players right now.
Yeah, who we keeping?
Nobody said don't. Who said don't do a Donovan Mitchell trade?
Yeah.
Did you say don't do a Donovan Mitchell trade?
I don't know. Do that. I do that 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
But
I think sometimes people just want to talk, man, and they don't listen.
Yeah, they
like
hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, hear what they want to hear. Changing your mind every show on keeping kids. Nobody even said don't go get Donovan Mitchell.
You have to get Donovan Mitchell.
You gotta go get Donovan Mitchell.
You need him.
It just hurt credibility. No, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes our chat fingers be super strong, bro.
Facts. I just want
to throw that out there because right now I asked Mr. Rivera, did I not ask you how come the kids don't have an impact on winning?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I asked you, right?
Yeah.
Did I ask you, should we keep the kids?
No.
Yeah, man.
You just gave a question like a how you call it? Devil's advocate type of question.
Or not. It's just a true evaluation.
Yeah.
Just ask your opinion. If these kids were so good, how come they don't impact winning?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that we got the best. I feel like we should be in conversations with the young, like other young cores, in my opinion. Because to be honest, we haven't even seen Ivy play, but people throw Detroit up there because they got Cade and Sadiq Bey. But we didn't see Ivy play yet.
Cade is good, bro.
Cade is nice. But you can't say, oh, Ivy and Cade gonna be fire. It may be, yes, it may be, but you don't know until you see it yet. Like, in my opinion, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like, yes, it may very well be the backcourt of the future. The next 10 years, they might be the best backcourt, but we don't know until you see it. Ivy might come out here and just be wilding, can't get it. Because remember, Cade started off slow.
Yeah,
because he was hurt.
Yeah, Cade did start off.
I'm not saying like our young core is better than 90%. No. I ain't that stupid, and I'm not a homer like that. But I just feel like we're at least top 10. At least top 10 young cores in the league. Houston got a good young core. I like their young core.
Yeah.
Houston got one. Are we better than? Do we put Indiana in that talk?
Yeah. I mean, everybody. I will put them in a conversation with everybody. Honestly, so quite honestly, I think what our young core versus what everybody else's young core lacks is dynamics, right? Like for instance, we don't have a young guard that is a scoring machine or highlight dunker. Right?
We got a highlight dunker. We just don't have a highlight dunker that dunks on people.
Who is it? Who's that player?
Obi Toppin's a highlight dunker.
See, that's what I'm saying. You missed what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said we don't have.
No.
Oh,
I said the Knicks don't have a guard that is a scoring machine or highlight dunker.
My bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We have a microwave scorer like Quickley. He's a microwave. He He hot on it. Sometimes he hot on the outside, but then sometimes he cold like that lasagna.
Yeah. No doubt. And what I'm saying is like a lot of young cores have like a guard or a wing player that's dynamic. And so when you watch Toronto, for example, right, you see what Scotty Barnes can bring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you watch Memphis, you see what a Ja Morant can bring.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you watch Portland, you see what the Anthony Simons can bring. Because either they have a dynamic dunker or a scoring machine, right? And the Knicks don't have that. We don't have that dynamic guy, like not just to say, oh, he's the best dunker. And I'm talking about guards and wings now, not Obi.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have guards and wings that pop, like get you excited. Like because even if Quickley is not a dunker on people, Quickley's claim to fame is that he could be a scoring machine off the bench, except he can't score. Quickley is a scoring machine that can't score.
That's because scoring machine allows you to be a scorer on every level.
And people saying, and so what I'm told is, and I like Quickley, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I damn near love Quickley, right? But Quickley is not like, you know, a 43% from the field shooter. Quickley is under 39%. 39% is what he shoot for his career. Is that a scoring machine?
Nope.
And Quickley's not doing that against elite talent. Quickley's doing that for the most part against bench players.
Yep. But you know what makes our young core that a lot of young cores don't have? Makes our young core like gives them a little bit of advantage, experience. I mean, like chemistry with each other, because our young core has been together for some years now. So that kind of gives us an edge over a lot of other young cores, because these guys been together for like 2-3 years now.
2 or 3 years, yeah.
So that kind of gives us the edge over Indiana, where they have half a season, or Detroit, because they only been together for a year, and Ivy hasn't been there yet. So even you could say Houston, you could say, because they been together this year, Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. That was all last season.
Right.
Ours been together for quite some time now. So that they young, low key, they young vets. And on top of that, if we projecting RJ to be what he's gonna be, how can we not have a great one of the top young cores in the league if the main attraction is RJ? And if we're projecting him to take the jump this year, then we should have one of the top young cores in the league.
Right.
And Cam, and if Cam is going to be T-Mac or whatever he's going to be, he's the most talented player on our team that people say. Wouldn't that make sense that we have one of the best young cores?
Yeah, but there are too many ifs, though, bro.
No, it is. There is. I'm not denying it. I just think that they're not top 5, but they're not bottom tier either. They're top 10. They just don't. I think it's because it's the Knicks that they're not going to be slated in the top 10.
Well, Paris Douglas says, if Quickley or Grimes, he says, if Quickley or Grimes was on highlights on other teams, will we be dying for that to be on our team? It's called taking people for granted as they grow. Not, bro.
I understand what he's saying.
The if thing is crazy right now. We keep what I'm saying is the difference between. Okay, I'm gonna just be real so that we can get the if thing out of the conversation. Right? When Quickley becomes dynamic like Ja Morant, let's talk about it. Is that fair? No, that's not fair. That's not fair to Quickley. Right? When Obi has a Zion Williamson type impact, then we'll talk about it. Is that fair? No. But what is fair is to say that Ja Morant is a part of a young core in Memphis, and Zion Williamson is a part of a young core in New Orleans, right? Because what we keep saying is if this and if that, like if RJ can finish better at the rim, if RJ was a better free throw shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Cam Reddish played hard every night, if
But,
this and if that.
but what do we consider young core? 4 years experience or less, 25 and under?
I'm calling them 24 and under. I think a young core is 24 and under. 25 and up is I think at 25, I think you're ready to lead a team to the playoffs.
So would Ingram be part of that? How old is Ingram?
I don't know.
Because then wouldn't because only Zion would be pretty much the young core over there.
No,
if you include Jackson Hayes and
Herb Jones and Trey Murphy.
Oh yeah, Trey Murphy.
And Jose Alvarado.
Yeah. Forgot he was just over here in Queens, not too long ago. Yeah, so they got a young core, but I just don't include Ingram in that. I don't think that he's. I think he's over 24 now.
Yeah,
he aged out.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a lot. I mean, Orlando got a good young core. Cole Anthony, Isaac, Suggs. It's a lot of those players. Orlando got Bamba, Wagner.
Boncaro.
They got a nice young core over there. We're not
Wagner.
We're not better than their young core. I don't think no. But we also shouldn't be slept on either. The best young core is obviously Memphis.
Yeah, well,
people say OKC, but it has to be Memphis.
Right. With Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bain, Ja Morant,
Brooks,
Dylan Brooks.
They've been in the playoffs.
Brandon.
The last 2 years.
What's a young? They got a young kid off the bench, the 6'8" leaper. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. But they've been in the playoffs consistently.
Yeah.
For 2 years. OKC just got names that, they individually good, but as a team they're not good.
Right.
So is that a good young core, or is that just?
What about Atlanta? You don't think Atlanta has a good young core?
Well, is Trae Young part of that young core?
Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter.
They all 24 and younger?
Let me see.
Well, I know Hunter is. I know Hunter should be,
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like Trae Young been in the league forever.
Yeah, he came in with Luka. Is Luka young?
I think Luka 25.
Let's see. Rayford Young.
Because if we think about it, your Trae Young, your young core can't be top 10. Top 5 or the best if you don't have an all-star in it. Obviously.
Yeah, Trae Young is 23. He'll be 24 September 19th.
So boom, there you have, and Luka probably the same age, right?
Around the same age, yeah.
So there you go, 1, 2, and 3. You can either go Dallas, Memphis, Atlanta. You can go What
about Phoenix? Are they not young? They have Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson.
Yeah, but let me ask the question. No CP3, how good is that team?
I don't know.
I try not to be. I like Devin Booker and all of that, but let's be honest.
Oh, I forgot about the Cavs. Sorry, bro.
Oh, yeah, Cavs. Yeah, the Cavs got top 5. Cavs got 5.
Dang, bro.
Allen, yeah, Cavs top 5.
Yeah.
But they made the playoffs, correct? Didn't the year before we make the playoffs? We didn't make the playoffs this year with that same young core, but the year before we made the playoffs as a 4th seed. So why wouldn't our young core be put into the top 10? if we made the playoff with the same young core last year.
Right.
If we're being honest, because if it's the same thing with
Understand your
Cleveland.
question. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second to think about your question, because you asked a really good question. Give me a second to think about it. Right. But what I'm looking at right now is an article by the Sporting News. It's on sportingnews.com, and it is listing the best young cores in the NBA. Right? Yo, this is laughable, right? All right. So I'm based on what they just humor us on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna read them off verbatim. Power ranking the NBA's best young cores. Which rebuilding team has the brightest future? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, the Pelicans. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado, Jackson Hayes, Kira Lewis, Najee Marshall, EJ Liddell, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels, I forgot they got Dyson Daniels.
Facts.
All under 25. Then number 2 is Cleveland. They have Garland, Allen, Mobley, Okoro, Okai Agbaji, Lamar Stevens. Then OKC, they have SGA at 23, Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Usman Jing, Darius Baisley, Jalen Williams, Trey Mann, and Pokusevski. At 4, they have Detroit listed. They have Detroit with Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Duran, Killian Hayes, Beef Stew, Bagley, and Hamidou Diallo. Wow, all under 25. Or I'm sorry, 25 and under.
Mm-hmm.
5, they have the Houston Rockets with Jalen Green and Jabari Smith. God dog it. And then they have Sangoon, Kevin Porter, Tari Eason, Tata Washington, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Josh Christopher. At 6, they list the Orlando Magic with Paolo Banchero, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter, and then Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, Chuma Okeke, RJ Hampton, and Caleb Houston, all under 25 or 25 and under. At 7, they have the Indiana Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin. And then others under 25 or 25 and under. Jalen Smith, Zeke Jackson, Andrew Nembhard, Kendall Brown, O'Shea Brissett, Bitadze, and Aaron Nesmith. At 8, they list the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox is 24. Keegan Murray is 21. They have Davion Mitchell, Kevin Huerter, and Malik Monk, who's only 24 years old. And coming in at number 9, the San Antonio Spurs. With Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sohan. They also have Devin Vassell, Josh Primo, Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley, Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Romeo Langford, and Isaiah Roby. And those are your top 9 cores in the NBA. According to the Sporting News.
Off rip, I'm gonna tell you better than Indiana. Off rip, we better than Indiana. Off rip. I'll take our young core versus their young core outside of Halliburton. Well, hold on. They was going 25 and under?
Yeah.
So then, off technicality, wouldn't Jalen Brunson be in our young core if they was listening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Intriguing, huh? So wouldn't Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, IQ, Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes be better than Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte, et cetera, et cetera?
I like our young core, bro. I like the potential of the young core. I'm not. I like Obi, but I think I see the young core being more of a Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, Quentin Grimes led young core, and then the best player out of that second group of young talent between Grimes, Cam, Obi, uh, Deuce. Out of that group, I think I would like maybe Grimes as the player that takes the next step out of that, and then Cam. I can't figure out what Obi Toppin is yet. Right?
Yeah, honestly, like Obi Toppin has like you see it. It's sometimes you see it, and
You
it's
see
like
these
you
flashes.
like
Yeah.
damn, he could be nice. Like, but then you see, damn, he could be really trash.
Right. Like, okay. So ultimately, this is my stumbling block when it comes to this is the thing that's in my way when it comes to the player evaluation. I don't want to hear the argument that you got to get rid of somebody for somebody to shine. Right? I think RJ Barrett's going to shine regardless.
Yeah,
I think Quickley is going to shine. I think Grimes is going to shine regardless. You know what I'm saying? Whether Fournier is there or not, I think Grimes is still going to shine. Right? Whether Rose is here or not, Quickley is going to shine. Right? Regardless who's here or not, RJ is going to shine. Regardless who's here, Mitch is going to do Mitch things. But then you tell me that you got to trade Randall in order for Obi to play.
only way. See, my problem with Obi is like play your game, bro. Whatever your game is, play it.
Right.
Because it gives a different dynamic off the bench. That's all I care about. Like, don't play timid. Don't look at Tibbs to take you out. Force him to play you. Only way I would say that if Randall got to be traded is if, let's say, Obi in 17 minutes is giving me maybe like 12 and like 6. Then you will be intrigued, like, hold up. And like a couple 20-point games here and there off the bench in those minutes. And then you'll be like, oh, now I think we got an issue. Because now you kind of got to see what he could do with double the minutes, so 34 minutes. Then you'll be like, okay, I have to it's kind of forcing my hand to do it. But other than that, he should be able to do his thing regardless. You getting 17 minutes, that'd be the best 17 minutes I ever played.
Right. I'm gonna put a link to this. I'm gonna put the link to that article in the chat so that everybody can see what I'm talking about. So hey everybody, I just put the link to that article in the chat so y'all won't think this is just like some made up stuff. And I didn't just randomly pick the article, man. I just clicked on like the first one. And yes, I am frustrated that they didn't include the Knicks. Yes, I'm frustrated that they didn't pick the Knicks. In case for those that are, I think the national media will do the New York Knicks dirty just off the mere fact that they can do the New York Knicks dirty. Yeah, should the Knicks have been on this list? Yes, y'all know it. Y'all heard them teams. Y'all heard them teams I read off, bro. Come on, man. Not only listen, if we could swap young cores, the other team would include first round picks. Indiana would give us a young core and first round picks for our young core.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. What are we doing?
And can some of those young core players handle playing in New York? That fact is
good question.
Because they might be nothing in New York because they can't handle it. We at least know our players can play in New York.
We know they can play here. And this is the thing that frustrates me, man. This is the thing that frustrates me, man. I do think the young core is a tad underrated, but I'm not ready to say they top 5.
Nah, definitely not.
I've been saying the same thing for like a year and some change. This young core does not have a crown gem. Those that have been paying attention to what I'm saying the whole time is this young core does not have a crown gem. I made up that phrase. I said it. I said this young core doesn't have a crown gem. They don't have a Tracy McGrady. this young core doesn't have a Kobe Bryant. I said Cam Reddish could be Tracy McGrady if he fulfills his potential, but he ain't that yet.
Absolutely not.
This group doesn't have a Kobe Bryant in it, a Scottie Pippen in it, a Grant Hill in it. I mean, come on, this group don't even have a Dennis Rodman in it. This young core doesn't have a young Giannis in it. Right?
I don't know. I think RJ is the crown gem, to be honest, in my opinion, and that's not. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is.
Good. He's the best out of this group, but he ain't. Come on, bro. RJ Barrett. Come on, bro.
What do you have on any other team outside where they have like a superstar player who would he still average those same 20 points? Or even hold on. Even if they did, he may have still averaged the 20 points and been efficient with it. Because if we're saying when Donovan Mitchell get here and he'll be more efficient because the shots is easier, then that means he'll be efficient on another team.
So you missing my definition of crown gem.
Oh, you're talking about superstar in the making.
Yeah, I never said RJ Barrett wasn't good. I never said that. Right? I said crown gem. Think about the names that I mentioned when I say crown gem.
Oh yeah,
LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden. Yeah, this young core don't have the potential to be that. Now, how many teams in the NBA right now has a crown gem in it? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not speaking about them. I'm talking about us. You know what I'm saying? I think a crown in a rebuild, you have to have a crown gem in it. The jewel, you got to have to make it worth. Listen, if you're gonna tell people we're gonna rebuild and ask us to be patient, you gotta make the wait worth it. You gotta make it worth the wait. You gotta make it worth the wait, man. Because
was KP one? Was KP one?
No.
No, right?
No. Is KP a Giannis?
Nah, it was looking like he was going to be one, but nah, right. It went downhill from there.
Yo, it looks. Hey, bro, how wasn't James Harden a crown gem and he was the MVP of the league?
2-time, right?
Yeah, come on. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Can we stop saying, "Oh, RJ can't get us out the first round" and stuff like that? No one player can get you still need help, especially in this era. You need more than one player to get past the first round. No one player is going to get. I mean, there's no one player that's going to drag you. Like this ain't LeBron in Cleveland because he ain't LeBron. LeBron could drag a team like that, but a lot of times not one player is going to go.
Hey, Almighty Finesse said Harden is not a crown gem. But look, hey, Almighty Finesse, I'll say this to you, right? Harden may not be a crown gem right now, but James Harden at 22 was a crown gem.
Yeah. You don't win 60 games like that without a crown gem.
Well, what I'm saying is, and listen, right now, James Harden is not a crown gem, but nobody stays a crown gem forever. Not even Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant wasn't a crown gem at the end of his career. But would you take a 21-year-old Kobe Bryant and put him in this young core?
Hell yeah.
So I mean, it's like, what are we even talking about, bro? It's like what we're talking about is this rebuilding development age players, right? Y'all know that. I think right now we just speaking to like trying to disprove a point. Instead of trying to disprove a point, just try to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah. You
don't have to be right. Just understand that everybody is gonna have their thoughts on stuff. No one person, if for the 2,000 and such people that's gonna watch this video, all 2,000 and such people don't have to be right, but we can understand each other.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I don't think you were saying that he said you say like he was, not like he is now. We know they looking at what James Harden is now versus what he was
Right.
When he was on OKC, then going to Houston. Because as soon
And
as he
so,
got to Houston, he became the one.
hey, Almighty Finesse trolling because he said Harden was not a crown gem at 21 or 22, right? That's the reason why Houston traded everything they had to get him, right? Because he wasn't a crown gem, right? That's what you're saying? That Houston didn't trade everything that they had to get James Harden because he was a ham sandwich? If that's the case, why don't we trade Grimes right now? Trade Grimes right now to get everything that OKC got from Houston.
Would you want a 21, 22-year-old RJ, or do you want a 21, 22-year-old James Harden?
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Come on, we killing it. We murdering the debate or the conversation just for the fact of just saying something different, man. Come on.
And I'm RJ like one of the biggest fans of RJ, but I would take him. I would take Harden 21 at this age over
Right.
RJ.
Come on, what are we talking about?
100%.
Yo, y'all bugging out, bro. And even Luke Skywalker, a crown gem can't disappear in the playoffs. Okay. Well, when our crown gem leads us to the playoffs, we'll have that conversation. When our crown gem leads us to the playoffs, we'll have that conversation. But not until then. And what I want y'all to do is hold your breath until Quentin Grimes leads us to the playoffs.
Exactly. But with that said, yeah, I agree, but also disagree because you going based on what you know now. We going based upon when he was 21. We didn't know he was going to do that, disappear in the playoffs every year. I agree with you saying, like, yeah, of course he can't disappear, but we talking about 21, 22-year-old Harden, where you didn't know what 10 years was going to be.
He was a crown gem. And then here's the thing. Here's the other thing too. On those James Harden teams, name the starting lineup for those Rocket teams James Harden was on that disappeared. Name the starting five. Right.
CP3 was on one of those, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
CP3 was on one of those.
He was on, and they lost in Game 7 to the eventual NBA champs.
On some 0 for 27 from the 3-point. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, but if you remember in Game 6, Chris Paul hurt his hamstring.
Yeah,
in Game 6,
he didn't even play.
And they tried to get him to play in Game 7, and he couldn't. Right? Is that James Harden's fault that Chris Paul couldn't play in Game 7?
No.
I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, what I'm getting at is this: not them, but us. Stop looking at them over there. Look at us. Do we have a crown gem? Stop looking at them. Stop looking at LaMelo Ball. Stop looking at Anthony Edwards. They not here. They don't wear orange and blue. They don't bleed orange and blue. We bleed orange and blue. Why are you looking at them? Yeah. What we talking about is over here. Over here, do we have a crown gem?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Is Scotty Barnes a crown gem? Or Scotty? What's Scotty Barnes' ceiling? I really want to know what Scotty Barnes' ceiling, in your opinion, because I'm not looking over there, but I see a lot of Scotty Barnes, and I just feel like Scotty Barnes got a lot of flaws. Yeah, defensively, his crazy. His upside defensively is crazy, but what is his ceiling? Like a little bit better than Draymond Green?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Because his offense is not that great. He can't shoot.
No.
But he plays hard, so it makes up. And his defense is good. But I'm not sure and I like Scotty Barnes. I wish he was there.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, boss?
What's up?
Man, I meant to hit you up yesterday. I was having computer issues yesterday, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. We do have a crown gem, man. You do. The Knicks do.
All right.
You mentioned James Harden, and James Harden put up historic stats with like it was so obvious. Like never before seen advanced stats. He was
Was
destroying bench.
Was James Harden a crown gem at that time that you
Yes,
mentioned?
he was a crown gem if you look at the advanced stats.
All right.
But like I have all the stats memorized. He had a PER of over 21, a true shooting percentage of over 66. He was destroying the bench lineups. He had an assist percentage of over 19% playing with Westbrook and KD, where he didn't have the ball a lot. Like so he was just destroying teams in that bench role. Only 3 players in NBA history ever put up a higher PER, true shooting percentage, and assist percentage than James Harden, requiring 1,000 minutes played. It was Curry when he won 73 games. It was Kevin Durant did it. Jokic did it this season. And there's one more player on that list that put up better advanced stats than James Harden, offensive advanced stats. And that player is Isaiah Hardenstein. That's it. That player is Isaiah Hardenstein. And those are offensive. The true shooting percentage, assist percentage, and PER. Those are the only players.
And how many minutes played?
In over 1,000 minutes played. Over 1,000 minutes played. That's
okay. So what is that? About 12 minutes a game?
No,
I'm asking just for real.
That's over 1,500 possessions. So it's a huge sample size. Huge sample size. So yeah, that's how insane Hardenstein's offensive event. That's not defense. PER is not defense. Doesn't measure defense. Assist percentage doesn't measure defense. Scoring doesn't measure defense. Like how efficient you are. That's not defense. So, oh man. So the Knicks do. They have a crown gem this season.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they do.
How old is Hardenstein, bro?
He just turned 24. He's younger than Obi Toppin. So he's part of this young core conversation. He's one of the youngest players in the NBA. He's one of the best players under 25 in the NBA. Just no one really talks about him or knows about him because he doesn't get playing time.
Who's a better player, Jamal Murray or RJ Barrett?
Ooh. Okay, so I was just thinking about this.
So chat, y'all heard the question. I just asked who's better, Jamal Murray or RJ Barrett?
Yeah, Jamal Murray or RJ Barrett. I was just thinking about this. The thing is with Jamal Murray is that he's good at everything. He's a good shooter. He's a good defender. He's a good scorer. He's a good passer. But he's not great at anything. He's not superstar at anything. Like he'll get hot and he'll be like amazing. But he's very inconsistent. I think there was a game where he only shot 7% from the field. I think about like 2 weeks before he went down with the injury, he only shot 7%. Like he only had 3 points. The Nuggets ended up winning the game because like Hardenstein had a amazing defensive game. But he's very inconsistent, I would say. But right now, because of
you're
the bubble,
referencing Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is super inconsistent, right? But right now, I don't think it's really that
because
close.
Knicks fans look at him as the golden child.
Yeah, Jamal Murray.
Knicks fans look at him as the gold standard.
Yeah, well,
for combo guards.
He is. Well, there's a reason why he's never been an All-Star because he's very inconsistent in the regular season. He had that one bubble performance where he was on fire, where he just made like every single shot. It wasn't that he was making better decisions. It was just that he was hitting every single shot.
Right.
Where it was just hot shooting.
Right.
So like I don't know if that's going to continue when he like in those pressure moments. I hope it does. As a Nuggets fan, I hope it does. But in terms of like Jamal Murray versus RJ Barrett, I think you have to put Jamal Murray above RJ Barrett at this point based on what Murray has already done. Because that playoff series where he beat the Jazz, he beat the Clippers, that playoff series puts him above everybody. Because he was amazing.
If RJ Barrett raises his assist percentage, is he better than Jamal Murray?
Yes. Yeah, he is 100%. But I don't know if he will. Some players do improve their passing, but some players don't. Some players don't.
So if RJ, no, listen to what I'm saying. I want Knicks fans to understand this and listen to this and listen to this from somebody that looks at numbers, and is not a Knicks homer, right?
Yeah.
If RJ Barrett raises his assist totals, his assist percentage, can he be better than Jamal Murray?
100%. 100%. But it's 100% he can. How do I put this? Well, yeah, because the passing is key in all players because it creates layups. Because layups are the most efficient shot in basketball, right? That's what you want to create. You use all this other stuff, the mid-range shooting, all this other stuff is all a distraction to create layups. And that's what RJ doesn't do right now. He doesn't create those layups. But if he did, because he's so efficient at getting he's the best player in the entire NBA at getting to the basket. He is the best player in the entire NBA at getting to the basket. He doesn't
Wait a
really
minute.
those.
So are you a hardcore Knicks fan, or
No.
do you love data?
I love data.
And you just said RJ Barrett is the best player in the league at getting to the basket, right?
Yeah, but he's not the best finisher because everyone collapses on him, right? So everybody like helps on him, and it gives the illusion that he's not a great finisher. But he is a great finisher. It's just that he doesn't make the extra pass to keep the defense honest, right? He doesn't so they just help on him, and then he ends up taking wild, inefficient shots.
Right.
If he could pass, if he just adds that passing ability, everything will start opening up for him. Everything will start getting easier for him. But I don't know, like he doesn't really have that right now in his game. But I think he could develop it. I think he can. And if he does, he will be better than Jamal Murray, in my opinion.
All right. So say RJ Barrett gets that assist percentage in the 18.5, close to 19.
No, it needs to be 25. It needs to be 25, 30.
Okay.
Like that's where he needs to be. Like I think an example is I always use this example. It's DeMar DeRozan. Early in his career, it was like 8%, 6%. He basically never passed it. It was all scoring.
Right.
When he finally became an all-star, when he finally started breaking out, it was 25%. And I was like 26%.
What year is that? What not what calendar year, but what career year was that?
Yeah, I think it was around. Let me just check it real quick. I think it was around 20 for DeRozan.
Yeah, like age 23, 24.
Yeah. So let me look at this percentage for DeRozan real quick. Yeah. So it was 24. It was his first All-Star year. It was above 18%. That's when he became his first All-Star year. And then when he became a consistent All-Star, it was above 20%.
Okay.
And then when he became an MVP candidate, it was it went down. It was supposed to be, it was higher. It was 23% this season. But it was just really hot shooting it was hot shooting early, then he cooled off for the Bulls this year.
For the Bulls, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, but that's where he needs to be. But right now, RJ assist percentage is below league average, which is not good.
That's terrible. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah.
For the players in the top 30 of usage rate in the NBA, RJ Barrett had the lowest assist total.
Yeah. And that limits everything he does. And that's the reason why the Knicks struggled. Honestly, that's why everyone's shooting percentage was low, because of RJ Barrett not being efficient at getting his teammates layups. That's it. It all compounds and makes everybody. It makes the offense. It's like, oh, we blame Tibbs. Tibbs was the coach of the year, like just a season ago.
The season before
right?
that.
And but then you ran more your offense through RJ as you wanted to grow, and then the entire offense started to stagnate.
Right.
So and it's also Randall too, but it was everything. It becomes when you can't pass, it just the offense becomes sticky, and it just nothing works, and it becomes hard to score. He's still a good defensive player, but like it's just everything becomes harder, right? So, yep.
How would you rate RJ Barrett's defense?
See, I need to watch him play more. Defense is really, really hard to watch. There's no good defensive stats. Let's just make that 100% clear. There's no catch-all good defensive stat. You need to watch the play. There are stats for defense, like, oh, he makes this guy his team this much better defensively. There are stats for that, but you need to actually watch the game to get good defensive stats. Like you can get offensive stats, they're all measurements, but defensive stats, you need to watch the game because defense is like everybody's involved. Everybody. So if someone misses a rotation, like, is it his fault or is it the guy that missed the rotation? Or if he gets beat off the dribble, like there's so many factors for it. Like you can't really you can't really. There's no one-all stat that sees it. So I need to actually watch the game. I don't really know. If I just look at the pure stats, if I just look at the pure stats for Barrett, RJ. If I just look at the pure stats, I think I remember looking at this. Yeah, his defense. He had an assist percentage and a block percentage below 1%, which is not good in terms of like that's pure blocks and steals. So if you're playing fantasy basketball, you probably don't want to pick up RJ Barrett for defense. But that doesn't measure actual defensive performance, right? That doesn't measure actual how good you are defensively, because you can not get blocks and steals and still be an amazing defensive player. So I don't know. I need to watch him play more.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's my take on. That's the numbers. That's what the numbers say
anyway. Yeah. Hey. So JJ says the RJ.
Wait,
hey, they do. Hey, they do though. RJ's a Saint RJ.
I think he has potential. I think he could be really good. Like I really do. Because players have been able to develop passing before, and he has all the potential in the world to develop that passing if he's developed correctly. If he just focuses on scoring, then I don't think he will improve as fast as if he focuses on his passing and getting players layups, right? Seeing the game in slow motion. So that's my opinion on RJ.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. How good are the Denver Nuggets going to be this year?
Playoff team. And depending on the matchup, I think they get to the second round. I don't know anything past that. I'm not sure, but that's where I am at with the Nuggets because they have Jokic. I honestly believe, and this might be a hot take, I believe Jokic is one of the best offensive players in NBA history. And I think if he was on a team with another all-star, 60 wins every single season. If he was just on a team with like actual, like proven players, then he would be amazing every single year. But he's just not. He's on I think the year he was the second seed in the NBA, the Nuggets were the youngest team in the league. And if you know anything about like playoff basketball, if you're young, you can't win. Like it's so hard to win if you're a young team in the playoffs. Right. It's so hard. You need to be 20, 28. That's what all the best teams in the league are, like older teams, like top 5 oldest teams in the league, right? Because those are all the players in their prime. They know it. They've been through it. So those are the teams.
And then plus two, an age bump comes from veterans chasing rings that take less money to sign with a contender.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. And so the reason why I ask you that is because the improvement that's needed from one year to the next just to stave off teams that you beat to the playoffs last year has to be great. So not only do you have to improve to stay as good as you were, right? You also need to improve if you want to advance. So you have to take major steps. Like say, for instance, if you're the 8th seed, how much better were you than the 9th seed, 10th seed, and 11th seed?
Yeah.
And if they made improvements, right?
Then you fall out.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I think about this all the time. When you look at OKC, they had 3 future MVPs, and year one, they finally made the playoffs out in the first round. Then they made the second round out in the second round. Then they made the conference finals out in the conference finals. Then they made the finals out in the finals. Then they trade one of their MVPs, right? So even when you have a team of 3 future MVPs, every year they still only made one step. They still only made it to the next round every year. When you have 3 future MVPs. Only one first round every year. So it's not. You can't just like. It's difficult. Like it's difficult.
And all-time really greats now. Because
these are all-time greats.
Because in fairness to that OKC team, right? Not only do they have 3 MVPs, they had 3 all-time greats at their positions.
Yeah.
Right? James Harden is an all-time great at shooting guard.
Yeah.
The only reason why he's not mentioned with Kobe is because Kobe has 5 championships.
5. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But in terms of numbers, James Harden numbers blow Kobe's away. Right? But playoff success, when you get to that level of comparing Jordan, Kobe, Harden, all of those things, if James Harden had 7 NBA championships, would he be in that conversation?
Yeah, he would. He would be above him, I think. If James Harden had like 7, even if he made the final 7 times, people would be making the argument that he was better than Kobe.
Yeah.
But no one's making that argument now because he's never had playoff success.
Right, because he don't have playoff success. Right.
And it's also because the main way he scores is through fouling, right? So he draws fouls. That doesn't work in the playoffs. They don't blow the whistle as often as they do in the regular season.
Right.
And so it's like you go in, you flop, you're like, oh, ref, give me the call. Give me the call, ref. And it's like, no, this is the playoffs. Put the ball in the basket or
play ball
or get off the floor. Exactly. And that's why he struggles, because that's the main way he scores.
It's the reason why cats like Paul George don't have playoff success.
Yeah. Well, Paul George has a little bit, had a little bit. Like, he's not. I think I made a post once where I was like, I would rather have Rondo and Anthony Davis over Westbrook and Paul George. And the reason why is because I believe how important passing is. When you have Rondo and Davis together, they made the second round, right? They made this. That's the 1 year Anthony Davis actually made the playoffs and actually got to the second round. And the year he won the championship is when he had Rondo.
Was that that was in New Orleans, right?
New Orleans and with the Lakers. I'm
talking about the year that they were featured together.
They were featured together. That was with New Orleans. And I think Anthony Davis was like second in MVP voting that year. Right. It's because you have a great finisher. You need someone to pass them the ball, right? You need someone to pass them the ball. So that's why I value passing so highly. And even when you have a great finisher, if you don't have a player that passes them, they can't finish, right? So that's why I even think that's a big reason why the Lakers won the playoffs, is because they had Rondo on that team. And not many people really want, but that's my
wisdom.
Opinion. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, man. Hey, Hardwood, how you doing, man?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Good afternoon to the panel. Salute to the chat. What's good, everybody?
What's good?
So, gents. Yo, man, I've been trying to get on. I've been in the background since Mr. Hawkinside been on been coming on.
Yeah.
I told you I got a connection. Who's with CAA, and he's a Denver Nuggets fan.
Right.
So I dropped it by him, and he goes, "That's really interesting," but he hasn't followed up on me yet because he's gonna come on the show. But
when is he coming on, bro? We've been hearing this for like a week. Tell him, tell CAA to go ahead and get Spider here and then come on the show.
Yeah. I know. He's doing deals with working with little pitcher hitter. This guy on the Angels right now that he's been working with, trying to get his contract together because he knows it's gonna be monster. Mr. Japan walking into American baseball and dominating on pitching and hitting.
Shohei, yeah.
That guy's Hawkinstein. That guy's on Hawkinstein, right?
Oh wow.
The PERs. I mean, I don't want to jump in before Hardwell because Hardwell is on first. So if Hardwell want to go real quick, I just want to drop some questions by, with my man here with the Denver colors on, with the Broncos colors.
You good, Sarge? Keep going. I'm listening.
All right, man. By the way, the eye test and the numbers are two things that you use all the time, right? And man, from day one when it came on, initially I was like, "That's crazy. Your stuff is crazy." I read your blog. I read your Reddit.
Oh, you did?
Oh man. Well, Freezy always connects people to numbers and stats. He put the link in. and I'm going through and I read through your 7 reasons and all those stuff historically. There's a lot of stuff to read, and
it's a lot of stuff to read, bro. Yeah, I'm saying.
It's fascinating reading. I'm one of those. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I went to Brooklyn Tech. You know the nerds with the Tech or Stuyvesant or Bronx Pass in New York, right?
Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Shout
exactly.
out to DX and Queens.
So man, I'm one of those readers who I just was reading, and sometimes I was gonna be on the show, and then fortunately Freezy gave us a day off yesterday. Not intentionally.
The computer crashed, bro. I had to.
I know. So we all were like feeding, like, oh man, we need Freezy. But at the same time, give a chance to read all the stuff, and I'm like, this is making more and more sense. And I'm watching some tapes, and I'm watching the eye test. I mean, his passing is ridiculous. His shot is smooth. Right. I mean, obviously not a lot of sample in the shooting, the 3-pointer, but it's there. It's natural. No hesitation. Right. Good form, footwork. And I'm thinking, oh, is this possible that we got a true gem and he's going to be on the bench behind Mitch, Rob? So I'm just saying that right now, I'm still going to hold off and jump in a little bit because it's only, Jokic is your true example so far. And as a person who studies statistics, I'm not a statistician, but I love statistics a lot. You need more data points to really truly get a proper result. But initially, it's so tough to not see something that flies so true. It's almost like Freezy. If an Army guy hits a target in the bullseye, you're like, oh, come on. That one time, that's luck. Marine doesn't see the form, receiver got a skill, boom, and that's natural. But
right come on, man. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that, Sarge.
But right now, it looks really impressive. Because of that, and because of your numbers, then I think there's another guy on the bench that I think has potential that if you run his numbers from G League, and you know who I'm talking about, hopefully, you can probably see that potential.
Wiz, we know you love RJ Barrett, bro. We know you love RJ Barrett.
I'm talking about our G League superstar on our bench right now.
Yeah. Tony, you talking about Tony Wooten?
Tony Wooten?
Trey Burke?
Not
you talking about Trey Burke?
Not your boy Keels.
Iggy Brazdakis? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about rolling the dice and you go up deuces. I'm saying.
Okay.
So I love 22. I'll run deuces numbers if you can and tell me what you see as well. Because I see something there on eye test as well. People talking about first step. Talking about Hawk is slow or Deuce is slow. I'm like, all that goes out the window when you have this kind of skill set and you have the kind of drive that can take you to the next level. So I'm going to ask you as a favor, to drop that for me and see if you can come back with some feedback on that, if you haven't already.
Yeah. Anything. Well, just ask me anything and then I'll answer. It's really interesting about those 7 amazing Hartenstein facts. I wrote that before the Clippers season, right? Before he put up advanced stats above James Harden, before he put up rim protection stats that lead the NBA, before he put up all these stats, more of these stats. He basically proved everything statistically with the Clippers. I wrote that all with small sample size, right? Because it was all just like guessing. It was all guesswork, basically, based on. I love this hypothetical. What if Jokic was sent to the G League? Like, what if Jokic, second-round pick, he was sent to the G League? Obviously, he would have been the best player in the G League, but nobody would have cared because it was like, oh, it's just G League, right? And then everyone wouldn't have played him because they would have viewed him as a defensive liability. Oh, he can't do that at the next level, and all these different arguments come in, and then it's very likely that he wouldn't have had a lot of opportunity if he was sent to the G League. Right, like a lot of other G League players. So, and I always think about that, like that hypothetical of what if Jokic was in the G League? What if? And we look at the sample size. It's only been Hartenstein and Jokic because those are the only players this talented to be drafted in the second round. I think they're the most talented second round picks in NBA history. I don't think there's been another second round pick this talented. And it wasn't just that Hartenstein was good in the G League; he was historically good. No player ever averaged as many points, rebounds, and assists as him in the G League. No player in G League history. So it wasn't that he was just good. He was historically great. and that's what makes it different. That's why it's a difference. If there was like a bunch of players as good as Hartenstein in the G League, okay, it's whatever. It's just that's just G League. But it wasn't the case. It was that he was historically great, and then he just never got an opportunity to show that his skill set translates to the next level, which it does. So yeah, if you have
Deuce McBride, Deuce McBride numbers.
Deuce in the G League?
In G League. That's who I want to get a chance when I get a chance to run that. And that's who actually, Freezy already predicted he's our breakout player of the year, right?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah, I can't.
Potential?
No. What I said is I think Miles McBride will have a big leap in production.
Okay.
Yeah, he averaged 27 points on the G League. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm saying Miles McBride will have a big leap in production. I think Emmanuel Quickley is the Knicks' most improved player.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, that's right. You said IQ.
Wow.
But
yeah, and so EG 14,000 thinks or stated clearly multiple times that he believes it's Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yep.
Right. Here's the thing with Isaiah Hartenstein, bro. Not only do I think he's trash, I think $8 million a year is way too much for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I think all the stuff I'm hearing, I think we got a decent player.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to. Hopefully, I see some of the stuff.
I just want to know why. Why do you think he's trash? Well, why?
Because his baseline numbers, NBA baseline box score numbers, show that he's not a good player.
Wow.
$8 million. That's more than Mitch made his entire first 4 seasons in the league.
Fact.
Exactly. I know. Yo, man, the Freezy, I'm always gonna be an EG 14,000 fan, man, because my eye test is showing that Hawk got serious game, man. Something about him. And again, it's like with Deuce. I mean, I can go back and pick the players that I saw and go, something about them just got that skill set that you just can't measure. But yet, Hawk, he's showing measurements. He's showing numbers. I think Deuce, although again, G League numbers, and the one game he started. The one in
Toronto?
Yes. When people talk about, oh, well, if this guy was good enough, whether it's OB or something, they go, why isn't he taking over the spot? Sometimes there are leaders, there are coaches who just don't see someone. There's a blind spot. And whatever it is, I have blind spots. Again, we have biases, man, and you just don't see it. And right. You know who I would never start in my team as a wide receiver? Never until he got time to show it.
Jerry Rice.
Cooper Kupp. I just, who else? Look at every single
Jerry Rice.
Every single Patriots player except for Randy Moss. I would just never start them. There's something where I have that bias, whether or not this, I'm like looking for those lanky, quick twitch, black athletes on the wide receiver spot. Man. Yeah. And who I'd have drafted from number one. I don't know if I can pull up my old stuff. When the Giants were drafting quarterback, number one draft pick, the Giants were drafting. I was like, if you guys don't trade that number one draft pick overall and go back and take 2 players, and that's I just drew a blank on the running back with Cincinnati and Lamar Jackson said, you guys could trade back and go late first round and early second round picks and take Lamar Jackson
and Joe Mixon.
No, my boy from Georgia, who was a monster.
Nick Chubb is not. Nick Chubb played for the Cleveland, not Cincinnati.
Cleveland. That's right. Ohio, okay. All in Ohio. Yeah. So Chubb and Jackson. I said that combo is worth more than Saquon. I love Saquon. Saquon's a generational player in my opinion, but Lamar and Chubb was worth more than Saquon, and you should not take the number one. First of all, number one draft pick in the past 10 years for running back is a rough draft. But so that's why I'm looking at players like that. I'm like, something about that kid.
You don't like Ezekiel Elliott. You don't like Christian McCaffrey. You don't like Saquon Barkley.
But for number one draft pick, when you could get Chubb and Lamar, I think that combo beats both of them because
you don't like Melvin Gordon.
Like them a lot, love them. But again, give me a quarterback with that kind of skill set and a running back that's just one step below Saquon for the 28th and the 32 pick instead of number 1 overall. Man, who wouldn't do that deal? If you would you have trade number 1 draft pick overall for the 28th pick and the 32 pick in an NFL draft? Everyone would have done that deal in a heartbeat. Yeah. And the Knicks could have had both those players instead of Saquon, and both those players combined, that 1-2 punch of Nick Chubb, which is almost Saquon-like, and Lamar Jackson, which is generational, couldn't do it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying that we got the eye for talent that GMs don't have, and some people, I just say, sometimes you just see someone and you see something about him, and you go.
So ultimately, you're saying Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be an all-star. That's what you're saying.
You know what? I see the potential, but again, I always look at coaching and who's going to raise them and what's going to give them a chance to play. And I see the chance of them not getting opportunities like certain players are getting. And once you don't give opportunities, then it's a chance to suppress someone's skill set.
I think y'all in trouble, bro. Here comes CWC, bro. All I'm saying is CWC coming and he look angry.
Get him. Get him.
All right, here goes. Hard Will, don't jump in, bro, because I don't want CWC to jump on you, bro. CWC's in the building. What's good?
Sorry, gents. CWC.
What's good? What's good, Park?
And then we got Chop Low. Scary.
Chop Low.
We got the Yankee hat on, but he says good. It's good. It's all good.
Yeah, Yankees always, baby. Number 1 team.
Even though the Mets have a better record right now.
I ain't that Mets. Yeah. I ain't with that Mets and Jets stuff. I'm a New York Giants.
Yo, C-Dub, don't get Freezy mad.
New York
C-Dub, you know he's a Mets fan. Don't get him mad.
I've been a Mets fan since 1977, 76.
Don't get him mad, C-Dub.
But I like the Mets jersey though. I like their jersey though. I ain't going front.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
What y'all talking about?
Well, we couple of things. Man, Ohtani home it again, man. So anyway, let me text my boy, with CAA about Ohtani and say get a deal done for him, and then let's move on to get us Spider. Plus, come on here and talk about iHeart. There's other Denver fans.
I like the iHeart story, bro. I wanna buy into the iHeart thing, but I want to buy into it on my own terms.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to be told that iHeart is going to be an all-star, potential Hall of Famer, and then it happens. What I would like to do is watch it play out in real time. Like watch him beat out a guy, right? And then watch him get better, and then watch the team get better. And then watch him get progressively better. And then over the course of time, prove all his naysayers wrong. That's what I'd like to see, right? Now, ultimately, will it happen that way? We don't know for sure. Right? But that's just for my viewing pleasure. That's the way I'd like to see it.
Wait, I listen to iHeart Radio. What y'all talking about? Who's iHeart?
Hey, salute everybody. Salute Uncle Freezy. Chief Rocker, what's good with you, man?
What's good, boss?
I'm chilling, man.
Yo,
Just want to know. Just want to know if my man
Hart. Let me say something. No, that's not Gourneg. He rep that Haitian.
Oh yeah, yes. Sabasi.
Who cornered there? Ja. You heard?
Yes. Yeah.
My mom is Haitian. She passed away. My father Guyanese. You heard?
Oh, rest in peace, man.
Man. But
to the Caribbean island, man.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
You in the West Coast. I've never heard of a Haitian dudes in the West Coast like you, bro.
Oh no, bro. Chop Low. I'm in the East Coast. I'm in upstate New York, bro.
No, I'm in the West Coast. I'm in the West Coast, Chop Low.
I know where you at, Sarge. I don't want to run into Sarge. Sarge might beat me up. Like I told you to relax, but no, I love this young fella right here. Salute.
Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you, Chop. Appreciate you guys.
You already.
Shop low. Where you at? Where you at? You look like my old neighborhood.
Yo, I'm in Brooklyn, baby.
I know. Where?
I'm driving through East Flatbush. I live in Crown Heights.
I grew up East Flatbush, son. I went to Winthrop Junior High School. I almost went to
Wait.
Wingate, but they were too scary.
Yo, hold up. I
test.
went to Wingate. I went to
Too
Wingate.
scary, man. You guys are bad boys. I took the test at Brooklyn Tech. My
Yo.
mom was like, please pass the
you
test,
see?
otherwise.
I went to Wingate High
was
School,
scared of those
bro. I rep that dub, Wingate. Yeah.
A lot of thugs there, man. A lot of thugs were there. A lot of West
Yeah, I know.
Indians.
And when you said you went to Brooklyn Tech, I was like, yo, we used to go up there. We used to bag all the girls from the school.
Oh. Yeah, we were nerds.
No. But I have friends over there too. But salute y'all, man. Yo, this is a family. What Freezy creates here is a family. It's a conglomerate because you have Knicks fans from all over. You know what I'm saying? From everywhere, and we all get to speak our piece and everything. And God bless that.
Yeah, man. That's what we gotta have here, bro. We gotta have a platform where we all feel safe to say the things that we feel comfortable saying in a respectful way, without tearing each other down and all of that stuff. Now I'll challenge y'all, and I'm up for y'all challenging me. I don't care. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I just don't want to have it be like a bullying atmosphere, man. I'd rather not do it.
Never.
Period.
Never.
Than have it be something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is all of us hanging out in Freezy's barbershop in the backyard. Get him, C-Dub.
Hey, Uncle Freezy, I had to get on you earlier. I heard you earlier. You say if we get Melo, right, he gonna be taking Obi Toppin minutes. No, he won't. He'll be taking Cam minutes, Cam Reddish minutes, not Toppin minutes.
Who said? Say that again, C-Dub.
I heard you earlier. I heard you earlier. You say if Melo comes to the Knicks, he gonna be taking Toppin minutes.
Are you sure? Are you sure, CWC? Again, are you sure that you heard me say that Melo coming here is a recipe for Obi Toppin getting all his minutes taken? Are you sure that's what you heard? Are you sure, CWC? Are you sure that's what you heard?
Yeah, you did say that.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, he did. No, you wasn't on here. What are you talking about? I heard Uncle Freezy all through the morning.
I've been listening,
so you heard me say that Carmelo Anthony is going to come here and take all Obi's minutes.
I ain't say all. You said some of his minutes. If we get Melo, he's gonna be taking.
First you accused me of saying that Carmelo gonna come and take all Obi minutes, and then you just backtrack.
I ain't say all. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You said, I said Carmelo's gonna come here and take Obi's minutes. That's what you said.
You say some of his minutes. I say Melo ain't gonna take none of his minutes. He gonna be taking Cam Reddish minutes.
But that's what you're saying right now.
Cam Reddish haven't proved nothing to nobody yet.
That's what you're saying right now. The conversation was me and somebody I respect had a disagreement. He said, and one of the people I respect show up every day, and I respect that person, right? Said, man, you bugging if Obi only gonna get 11 minutes, and if Melo come, Carmelo gonna take 2 or 3 of those minutes. Now Obi only played 8 minutes. And then I said,
"No, that ain't gonna happen."
No, listen, you gotta get the facts straight. Because then I said, if Obi Toppin is only getting 11 minutes without Carmelo, we don't need him anyway. Why do we need a top 8 pick to only play 11 minutes a game? That's what I said. So if Melo come and take 2 or 3 of those 11 minutes, so what? Because Obi should have been getting 20-something minutes anyway. And if he only getting 11, that means Obi Toppin is not balling and we don't need him anyway. That's what I said.
Nah, you
agree with that, right?
You said some other stuff. Yeah, I agree with that, but you said some other stuff too, though.
Okay,
so before you made that tape.
So what did I say then? So because you saying
what
I said just now?
You said no, listen.
So
Obi gonna get more minutes next year, huh?
Right, more minutes. Like how many? How many are you saying? Thinking he gonna get?
He gonna get 20 minutes.
But ain't that what I said though? Ain't that what I said?
He gonna get 20 minutes or more.
That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
So what did I go wrong at? So what's the what are we
talking
about?
But
Uncle Freezy, you like to twist words around too.
Yeah. Nah, man. I like to say I'm a man, bro. Hey, CWC, I'm a man, bro. I say what I mean and mean what I say. I said something and I stand by it.
But I think you like to twist words around too, though.
No. When you want to hear what you want to hear, then you take stuff that I say out of context. What I'm telling you is if Obi Toppin is only playing 11 minutes, get him out of here. What do we need with a top 8 pick that can only get 11 minutes a game? Does that not make sense to you? That makes sense to you too, right?
No. In the beginning, it was shady though. What I just said. I know. I heard you right though. In the beginning.
Yeah. Quick question. CWC, you're in the Obi Hive, right? Are you in the Obi Hive?
What's up? Talk to me.
Oh, it's CWC just called me a liar to my face.
Are you in the Obi Hive?
CWC just said.
No.
CWC just said. Yeah, he said no, Uncle Freezy, you ain't just saying it. And I'm telling you,
CWC,
hey, hold on, Wiz. Yeah, he called me a liar. He called me a liar to my face on national TV and said,
"I'm trying to help
that
you
I
out,
didn't."
Freezy.
Yeah, that I said that. Said something different than what I said. Come on, CWC.
I'm trying to help him out.
Uncle Freezy. I know I heard with my own ear.
Are you Obi fan, Freezy? I mean, the CWC.
Yeah, the whole New York Knicks team.
Are you a Randall hater?
No, I like Randall and Obi.
But you love Obi more, right?
No, I just like both of them. Everybody's equal.
You don't like Obi more?
No. Where you getting that, Sarge? Where you getting?
I think sometimes biases influence your hearing. Sometimes you hear something different when you love.
No, I know what I heard this morning.
Okay.
You can't tell me what I heard.
He calling me a liar. That's basically.
You know what it is? Because Uncle Freezy like a school teacher, and Charlie Ward is Charlie from Charlie Brown. So when the teacher talking, he hear womp 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 womp.
Yeah.
So Sarge, get your point. What's your point, Sarge?
Because I was trying to help you out, and maybe you just heard what you wanted to hear, not what you was actually said. This way,
I heard what I heard.
Because Freezy puts the head out on you. I'll have to take the answer for orders, man. I gotta follow orders. I gotta.
I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to play in 1-on-1 because I'm a basketball player, bro. I'm a baller. I'm a hooper. I'm a hooper, bro. I'm a hooper.
I can't wait to see.
Man, listen, if Hardwill can't beat me in ball, y'all can't beat me in ball.
Man, Hardwill, are you saying Hardwill ain't no hooper? Let me hold on.
Oh, wait.
No, I say he can't beat me. I say he can't beat me in ball.
Y'all gonna
Hardwill have to go through y'all first.
Y'all have to have
sound like a challenge. Sound like a challenge to me.
Y'all want 5-on-5.
Hey, yo, did y'all cover the topic already? Like, I know it's the Drew League, but like nobody seen that 45 piece served up well, was served up on a hot piece, served dinner.
Oh, yes.
Well, ain't nobody talking about that. And the 13-point loss, like that don't.
That don't bother me. Them dudes was playing hard, and Randall them wasn't. They was.
I'm talking about my man's number 5. I don't care about. He had 45.
Oh, wait, the Jenna Brunson joint.
Yeah, they lost. I ain't worried. They lost. They lost. They bumped. But my man had 45 though. 45.
IQ.
Man,
oh yes, yeah.
They were just having chemistry. If Randall team really want to play, they would have killed them. They would have killed that team.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but the other Brunson got 40 points really on him. And Randall had 40 points on him because we didn't draft some dude. I mean, we didn't give some guy worked out, so he gave Randall some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if Randall didn't really want to play, they would have killed them dudes, man.
I'm not, of course, I mean, that's what I say. It's a Drew League. They ain't playing hard, but still, it's 45. They playing hard offensively though. Can't say
they
that.
got something to prove. If they want to get an NBA, if they want to be on the NBA team, that's what they're gonna do.
I'm talking about the players, not them. I get that. That's of course you're gonna show out because you're playing against an NBA player. I expect that, but I'm just saying, like the vengeance my man was playing. I never seen my man dunk before. I think he mad, like how I be mad, like he upset. You know what I mean? He's gonna show something.
Who dunk?
Oh, IQ. Oh, go look up the high.
Obi
he's
had
upset.
Mad dunks too.
No, it's two different games. Talking
we're not talking about Obi. We talking about
IQ. Yeah, IQ joint. Yeah.
IQ's joint.
Hey, EG 14,000. How good is Emmanuel Quickley gonna be this year? How good can Emmanuel Quickley be going forward?
It depends on his finishing, right? It depends. He needs to shoot better than 39. He needs to shoot above 40% from the field.
He got to shoot around 42%.
EG. Gonna have to cut you off, gang. I'll let you finish. Is it possible to get a rhythm with 20 to 17 minutes?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
They show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because hold on. Because you're not getting ready to tell me I'm going to sit RJ Barrett so a man quickly can get a rhythm. Sorry.
No, I want him at the one.
You're not getting ready to tell me that because Emmanuel Quickley got to get in his bag, bro. Nah, that's not how this thing works. An NBA game is going to have 48 minutes for 5 positions, bro. Right?
Correct.
Yes, true.
240 minutes, bro. You ain't getting ready to tell me that I gotta let Quickley go out here and get comfortable, run up and down nah, bro. I gotta sit Jalen Brunson so Emmanuel Quickley can get comfortable.
Okay.
No, sir. I'm sorry. You know what? There used to be a thing. And this is old timers like myself that don't necessarily always go to the gym, but will do push-ups all day long, right? Bro, you gotta earn your keep. You gotta earn your keep. There was this thing, and I'm sorry, I'm not from that generation that feel like you got to give somebody something in order for them to get better. You got to earn it, bro. You got to get that thing from the dirt, bro. Every minute that you get. If the Knicks gave me 1 minute a game, I ain't gonna complain about that 1 minute. You know what I'm gonna do for that 60 seconds? I'm gonna give them every ounce of energy I got. I'm gonna be the best player I can get. I don't need, man. I need 10 minutes to warm up, bro. Come on, Tibbs. You know you got to give me 30 minutes before I get my back. Nah, bro, quickly.
Well, that's what Obi did last year.
With those opportunities that you get, you got to take advantage of them. You can't just step out here just because your shoe game tight. You know what I'm saying? You got to fly.
I agree, Uncle Freezy. I agree, Uncle Freezy.
Yeah. Because ultimately, Quickley shot 39% or less from the floor, and Quickley has never shot over 41% from the floor in his career. You know what I'm saying?
Even in college.
At some point, you got to start being good at the things that you say you're good at.
Okay, so the question could be rephrased. One, is it possible? Yes. Is it difficult? Yes.
Right. That's all I'm saying. It's difficult. It's not the easiest thing. Yeah. Back to what Wisdom said. Like that's my point. Like I'm not saying it's impossible because you got to look at a Jamal Crawford. Like you know what I'm saying? That kid just come in and you know what I'm saying. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely difficult. To me, what I seen yesterday from his game, he's a rhythm player. To me, you know what I'm saying. I'm kicking back to EG. I feel like he's a rhythm player.
You saying so he a starter?
No. It's just when a player plays limited minutes. This is every single player in the league. They tend to be more inconsistent. When players get more their minutes in bigger chunks, they become better. This is like pretty much every single player in the league. That's just how it works, generally speaking. That doesn't mean we just give him minutes above everybody else. That's just how players tend to work. Like in terms of the stats, their stats are when they get limited minutes, they get worse stats, and when they get more minutes, they get better stats. And that works with basically every player. That's towards
the end of the season too, when you start and we won against the Raptors, he had 34, his first triple double. I'm not for sure if it was his first triple double, but he had 34, 10, and 12. That's just my point. When he get an opportunity, he produces. Towards the end of the season, when Emmanuel Quickley started, the Knicks was 3-0. That's another stat nobody want to bring up. So
when Duke starts, it's 1-0.
Huh?
Man, hey, man, I love
when McBride starts, it's 1-0, undefeated.
So that's just my point. It's just opportunity. Like, go back to the point. And like, I know it's the Drew lead, and I know. But my thing is like that kid. I know, like y'all go look at the highlights after this. That kid is saying, "All right, man, y'all saying this kid better than me, and he gonna be here for 4 years." Man, he was like, man.
Can he do that in the NBA? Can he do that in the NBA?
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, all questioning is opportunity. I feel like that's why I say I go back to the, like, even though I can bring up points and everybody said I bring up the old points, that's why I was just skeptical about just whole Brunson signing. I just felt like we got a quality starting point guard. People say you don't know that, but the stats is kind of proving that when he started, we was 3-0, and at the end of the day, he produced it, and he had double in the game. When Obi scored 40, he had a triple-double against the Raptors, and I forgot his last stat, but it was all over 20 points and 7 assists. So I don't really get what more do you want from a one. Like I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Quickley is not a starter.
So let me do this real quick.
Yeah,
thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Sucker says once Randall almost got hurt, they had to chill on D. I feel you, because it's the off season, bro. You don't want to get hurt in the off season trying to go after Cat. So I understand what he's saying.
That's
about the Randall point. The Quickley point though. The Quickley point. I'm with you on the Quickley point, but this is where we kind of separate a little bit. Quickley has to be more efficient and Quickley has to get his assist percentage up.
How?
Right? By passing the ball.
But you ain't hear the stats I get.
Okay, those stats, right? But what I'm looking at is NBA advanced stats over 2 seasons in the NBA. That's what I'm looking at, right? What I'm saying is I think Quickley is going to be the most improved player on this team. But how Quickley gets to that point is getting his assist percentage up overall, probably somewhere near. E.g., where would you say Quickley would be more effective? Around 22, 23%?
Quickley is actually pretty good right now.
I don't. Go ahead, EG. Go ahead.
It's at 24% right now this season, and that's why the Knicks were so. That's why his on-off numbers were insane, right? That's why, because his passing was so much better than Randall's. Not Randall's, RJ's, and he would just make the team better. But that doesn't mean that long term.
Is he a selfish or unselfish player?
I don't know. I need to watch him play more. Okay. Those are just what the numbers.
Because to me, just real quick, I just want to say this thing so that we can break this down in a way that everybody gets to have their point heard equally, right? With me, I saw Quickley make selfish basketball plays. Like I saw Obi Toppin under the rim, wide open, waving his hand, and Quickley shoot a contested 27-foot three over 2 people. Right? And it gives me the vibes that he's a selfish player. Right? That it gives me that vibe. And listen, and these are not just things that I'm making up, because we were actually doing a live stream on this channel in real time, watching a game on a Sunday afternoon when he did it more than 2 or 3 times. Right? And so it gives me the vibe, like, and I should have video clipped it, but I don't believe in that snitching thing like that. Like, hey, here's video evidence that Quickley waved off, looked at Obi wide open, right? What I believe is that Quickley can be a quality NBA player, right? Can he become that guy that impacts winning with scoring and passing?
Could I go?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Absolutely, because we was 3-0 when he started, and when the 2 games that I'm not for sure the 3rd game that we went 3-0, but like I said, against the game when Obi had 40, he had 21 and 11, And against the Raptors, I just looked that up before I came on here. He had 34-10, a triple-double, 34, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. That's a fact. And we won against the Raptors. Right. When he started, like, again, when the opportunity, like, you know what I'm saying? I think this is what I received from. I see Tibbs is a guy that's stuck in his ways. Like you say, another reason to held up trade, he don't want to give up Rose. I mean, he need to give up the glory days of the Bulls because those days are over. So he seemed like a stubborn guy. So Tibbs is stuck in his ways. So it's clearly not. That's why you signed Brunson, because it's not about a talent level. It's just about what you want to play. And that's the wrong decision to make. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
I will fire Tibbs ASAP.
Wait. I have a question. So I just looked. Whoa.
Somebody blew on the horn. Okay.
So I just looked at the numbers when he started. They lost 2 of those games. You said he was undefeated when he started. They're 1-3. They're 1-2. They lost 2 of those games when he started.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't think it's as like case. He had one great game against Toronto, but like he's lost 2 of those games. Like I just don't think it's a case. Like he needs to improve substantially as a scorer to be great. Like I think it's possible, but it's like it's not a sure thing. To me, just looking at the numbers, it's not a sure thing. He's not. It's not like so. I saw Darius Garland. Like when Hartenstein was traded to the Cavs, I watched Darius Garland, and I saw, and I told the Cavs fans this guy is going to be like the Damian Lillard of the East. And I told the Cavs he's going to be an all-star next season. I told they were like, "What? You say all-star next season? That's crazy." No, yeah, he's going to be an all-star next season. I told the Cavs fans.
I'm with you on Darius Garland. I think Darius Garland is the new Damian Lillard, and y'all need to get ready for that right now.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get ready for that right now, bro.
Well, I told all the Cavs fans that when I saw him play with Hartenstein, I just don't like based on the number. It's not. I don't know. I need to watch him play more. That's the reality. I need to watch him play more to really understand it. Ooh. Let's see.
Hey, so Ron from Still Knicks. Hey, Ron. I never said that that Quickley is better than Brunson. Right? I never said that. I said Quickley is going to improve. And I reiterate, y'all, I think Quickley is going to improve this season. I never said Quickley is better than Brunson. And I too don't know why people don't want to give Brunson any credit. Right? Now where I disagree with you at for real is Quentin Grimes being Klay Thompson. Hey, I just don't see Quentin Grimes being Klay Thompson, bro. And no.
Hey, Uncle Freeze, you already wrapped up the point about IQ.
No,
my fault.
Go ahead,
yeah, somebody alarm went off. I was on my balcony. My bad, y'all. So all I was saying basically is just like the reason why I feel like IQ never get the opportunity. That's just where I was ended it off with. I just basically feel like Tibbs is a stubborn guy, like stuck in his ways in his rotation. That explains that Alex Burke, him at the point. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody say, the obvious reason is to why, okay, if he's not out starting him, then if he's not outshining, you got to outshine your person or play the position. So basically, it must be a type of skill level of the reason why IQ was not starting. And I disagree with that because of Tibbs, like just the way he is. Like we all know that at least even McBride, like somebody should have started at the 1 over AB. You know what I'm saying? Like that was ridiculous. Yes. So basically my whole point is like that clearly proves that Tibbs is a stubborn guy in his philosophy and what he believes in. And man, ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's what he's clearly stuck in. So my thing is like IQ never got the chance. So that's why I was mad about the Brunson sign, because Leon Rose, Rick Brunson, and Tibbs, all of them being in lines is more of a family move than a basketball move. Because in basketball sense, the Mavericks just went to the Western Conference Finals, and his excuse was that he don't want to be second fiddle to a ball handler. But clearly, my reason of that is Brunson think he's better than Luka, and that is terribly stupid. His mindset should be.
But here's the thing, though. Quickley for his career, think about people say Tibbs don't play young players, right? But Quickley under Tom Thibodeau from day one has averaged at least 21 minutes a game. Yeah. And then this season that just passed, Quickley played 23 minutes a game. And at some point, now I understand what you're saying, because every NBA minute is not equal. Because sometimes when you're on the floor, you're not featured, or you're not part of the primary things that are going on. So because you remember you used to see Quickley and Rose together 2 years ago, and Rose dominated the basketball basically, and Quickley was a complementary player, a secondary ball handler. So I understand where you're going, but so I don't think it's a fact of more minutes. I think it's a fact of Tibbs trusting Quickley to do more stuff when he's on the floor, giving him a bigger role in the offense and defense. That's what I think. Like I think the both of us want to see Immanuel Quickley take on a bigger role and have more of an impact on the team. But if we just use the minutes thing, man, Quickley played 23 minutes a game last year, bro. That's a lot for a second-year player.
I just think it's a rhythm thing, Uncle Freezy. That's just what I put back to. I don't think he's just a player, like I say. Like, that's why I think he just come out shooting like that, because, like, I think his goal was to be the sixth man. So that's my thing. I think Tibbs not telling him like more to go in there and be a playmaker. I'm thinking he's telling him like to go in there and get buckets.
Shotgun, I agree with you. They had to be in rhythm. You gotta get more minutes out there. Because if you don't have a rhythm, you want to try to shoot your way into the game, to get rhythm. That's what the same thing with Obi. When Obi was on the floor, he had to get in the rhythm. You know what I mean? You can't just put people on the floor for 8 or 10 minutes and think they're gonna be in rhythm, and then take them out when they do one mistake. Then you don't see this guy to the end of the game.
And let me
possible to get like 18 minutes in 3-minute increments. And you know how hard it is in 3 minutes, where you literally get maybe 3 or 4 runs, offensively to get your game together. So 3 minutes, you get pulled, 3.5 minutes the next quarter, you get pulled right away. Minutes, and that's tough to get your rhythm going, because sometimes
exactly.
And that's what I'm leaning on, because like him being hot one day and him being cold one day is clearly something there. And that's all I'm lying my point on. I'm like, yo, it's something there. And when he started, like I said, I had to go back and look at the numbers. Bro, 34 and 10 and 12 against a playoff team that was heading to the playoffs. You could say that's not garbage time play, because the Raptors was in the playoff. So they was playing in consecutive rotations. They was playing regular. And he had 34, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. What more do you want? What more? I don't get it.
I want to be consistent. That's what I want.
Yeah, consistency. But here's the thing, and because we have to parse this consistency argument too. And so, Ron, I'm joking, bro. I know I heard you talk about that for like 20 minutes. I think the Grimes and Clay thing, bro. I'm just joking with you, bro. It ain't nothing. I'm just, I know, but it's my way. It's my way of keeping the Quentin Grimes is a ham sandwich thing going. If I don't keep bringing it up, I can't say Grimes is a ham sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
You know who's inconsistent and whose birthday it is? Today's John Stark's birthday. And he was inconsistent, but
Sarge, don't do that, bro.
Dang, I didn't even know that.
I love Starks, bro.
I know exactly.
I love Starks, right? But let's get on the because I think EG said something. EG 14,000 said something. Bro, you got to shorten that name up, man. That's a lot to say. That's a lot to say. EG 14,000. Wow, but
14K.
Yeah,
4G. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, 4GK.
Yeah. But what I think what all of us are saying is the level of a consistency thing is the most important thing, and it sounds like we probably arguing over it, but I don't think that we are. I think we all agreeing on it. I think we're agreeing that the rhythm thing, like even what CWC said, like getting into a rhythm and all of that stuff. And me and EG saying that he needs to be more consistent, and I'm me saying he needs to earn it. I think it all goes back to one thing. If his shot is falling, if he's more consistent overall, then all those other things fall into place. Yeah. Anybody disagree with that?
Nope.
Well, you have to have more minutes too. Well, IQ getting minutes. It's just he had to be in rhythm. See, it's RJ and Randall on the court, so they both ball dominant. So IQ be like the third fiddle. He think he needs a score and to get in rhythm because IQ is a shooter, and shooter needs to be in the rhythm.
No, IQ's a shot taker.
They need to shoot more.
IQ's a shot taker, but he's not a shot maker right now. He's a shot taker, but he's not a shot maker right now.
Shot taker, not a shot maker.
He's a shooter. He's a shooter that don't hit targets right now. Right.
Well, he needs to set his feet up right too. He needs to set up right too to shoot. He just shoot all different kind of ways when he let it go.
Yeah,
he don't set his feet right.
That's a fact because he was doing that. Even though they was going in yesterday, I agree with you on that, CW. Because go check out the highlights yesterday. They was going in, but I didn't like the way Uncle. I get Uncle Freesley's problem about IQ, and I was like, okay, he opened up my eyes like that. He kind of irrational. He come off the pick too quick, and he just shoots Steph Curry range. I don't like that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
But you know what? A lot of that has to do with too. A lot of that, and so this is the thing that I be wanting y'all when we mention individual players, I be wanting to speak to context. Because think about this: when Quickley comes around the screen, he comes around the screen quickly, no pun intended, right? Quickly, no pun intended, right? But the other guys that are supposed to be doing their stuff, they don't execute plays at the same pace, give the same energy. Like when you asking Obi at 6'9", 220 to run through traffic to be available for a pass from Quickley, he doesn't have the physicality to be that yet. So now Obi's dodging physicality and running around like a chicken with his head cut off. When if he was a and I'm gonna say this name, and I'm not saying that he's Hercules. But if he had a little more physicality, like if he was John Collins, like a little bit more physical, he could be like John Collins. John Collins is not a physical player, but he's more physical than Obi. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Freezy, though. Oh, go ahead. Not to cut you off, but just to allude that point. That's why you gotta look up. I never seen IQ dunk, bro. Go check out them highlights, bro. He aggressively dunking, bro. Check it out.
But that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about now is when Quickley runs the pick and roll and nobody else is executing. What other choice does Quickley have but to take a contested pass or contested shot?
That's a good point.
But if you're gonna do that, make sure you set your feet up. See, when somebody pass me the ball, right? I'm already setting my feet up because I know I'm gonna get that pass.
Right.
So
you talking about shot. You talking about shot preparation. That's the thing. That's the reason why RJ Barrett and Julius Randle's 3-point percentage fell off, because their shot preparation fell off, because the point guard they played with, they were not comfortable. The point guard, bro.
No cohesiveness.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the addition of Jalen Brunson. So imagine if Julius Randle and RJ Barrett played with Jokic and got those same shots.
Because Jokic a passer.
EG. If the Nuggets had Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, I'm telling you, I think that team goes to the Western Conference Finals.
I think so too.
And the reason being is because Julius Randle and RJ can score, but they just hadn't, over the course of these last few seasons, played with a facilitator that can get them easy buckets during the game, or when double teams come to them, they can hit somebody that can score in single coverage.
Well, that's why Draymond Green's on-off numbers are just ridiculous with Golden State, right? That's why when you look at the on-off numbers, some of them say Draymond Green's more valuable than Curry.
Right.
Because it's not because he's better. He's not even close. But it's because he actually
is he a better team player?
He's a better team. Well, he sets them up. So passing is spacing. Passing is literally space. Like if you could shoot 40%, does it matter if you can't get the ball? Like it doesn't matter. Like if you can't get the ball, it doesn't matter. So that's why
Nick Yak, I agree with you.
That's why
I agree with Nick
have
Yak
to have a player.
I agree too.
Draymond Green when you have great shooting, you need a Draymond Green, a great passer to get those players open. And even when you don't have great shooting, you need those passer to get those players open.
I.e., there's no I in team, right? I.e., there's no I in team. Yes.
Hey, Nick, I saw your comments, bro. I agree with you. I agree with you 10,082%, bro. That when you have a guard coming off the bench, he's supposed to be Lou Williams, and he's shooting 38 and 35.
What did Lou Williams shoot?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's good.
But we did also compare IQ to being a 6-man like Jamal Crawford. When he came off the bench, he was
42% for his career. 42%.
Right. That's what
that's great.
That's
what
excellent.
I want.
But at
IQ
22 years old, it was under 40%. At 22 years
Oh,
old,
okay.
when he was the same age as Quickley, he shot the same percentage as Quickley.
Right. And that was when he was in Philadelphia, right? That's when he was in Philly.
And then when he was in a starting role, his field goal percentage rose to 47%.
Okay. And that's my point.
So that bench rules do deflate the numbers, the scoring.
That's my point. That's my point.
But that doesn't mean you start him. That doesn't mean because the
right.
Why not, EG?
And because of defense and other concerns like team chemistry, and there's also a possibility that RJ becomes better. Like his ceiling is higher, right? He's bigger. He's better at getting to the basket. If he scores, then you're getting an entirely different. If he starts passing and he starts making his teammates better, your ceiling as a team increases. So even though Quickley is amazing, and if he's given more minutes, he would be more consistent. That doesn't mean you're better off long term starting Quickley. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I agree. Makes sense. Talking about team chemistry. Team chemistry is exactly yes.
But also, and it's just a formula. You must look at the other aspects of what was inputted. Was there a better passer inputted into the game at that time for him as well? So if you had Jokic join the team, then of course everything's gonna go up as well. I mean, obviously he's gonna improve, but if you put all the ingredients into the formula, and you alter one, you're gonna ruin it. They'll send free some vegan desserts. And if my wife had left out that sugar, coconut palm sugar.
I can't wait, bro.
Some vegan wings,
baking flour,
vegan nuggets.
I'm headed to the post office right now.
It's gonna be there tomorrow. It's in Colombia right now. I just tracked it.
Okay.
It's in Colombia, but anyway, So yes, I agree though. But numbers wise, I think IQ is on that pace, and I think he'll be in his 40s this year with enough consistent minutes as well. Not just him being consistent minutes for him to actually, work out. I mean, some players like that.
It would be amazing if he can get to the 42% without consistent minutes, because that means if when given consistent minutes, then he could even get better than that. So, but that's where he should be going is 42%, 43%. That's where he should be even without consistent minutes. Right? If he really wants to become great. Huh?
At this timeline.
At this timeline.
So that's what I fear. But that's what I fear. Go ahead, EG. That's the most thing I fear. I fear what's gonna this. What I predict to happen. What Uncle Freezy said, what you say. I predict IQ to be the most improved player through the whole season because of what he's did, and then of his thought of wanting to be the starting point guard and not getting the opportunity. I think, but that's my thing. Darius Garland set the market for 190 plus million from the and I know he's not eligible for that, but what if he earned that contract and we got $100 million guy tied up? That's my thing. The family signing wasn't good if that pans out that way.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be better than Brunson. Even I don't think
Quickley's going to be.
I think Brunson has a higher ceiling than Quickley. A much higher. He's already better. He's better. I think he has a higher ceiling than Quickley too.
Wow. And he actually showed it already too.
Yeah, and he showed it in the
playoffs. Yeah, he showed it in the playoffs.
Like he showed it in Villanova. That one game where he had a triple double. Like Brunson did that in the playoffs, and he beat who did they beat? The number one seed. They beat the Suns. They destroyed the Suns because of Brunson. Like Luka was out some of those games. They won because of Brunson. Like so I think Brunson has much higher ceiling than Quickley. I just do.
But Chief Rock, you about to go?
Great. But that's my opinion.
No, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
My opinion.
Nah, okay. To picky boy off that point, I totally agree with you that. But since Kansas, Uncle Freezy, I need you for this. Who did they think was better than Tyrese Maxey and Emmanuel Quickley?
You mean Kentucky?
Kentucky.
You said Kansas.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, Ashton Higgins.
Okay, so that's my point. He never really got the opportunity, and he's proven to be he was drafted 25. How often?
And he was SEC Player of the Year.
Exactly. So that's my point. He never really got the opportunity. Now, the only reason I would say Jalen Brunson is better than him, because like I said, I'm a realist. I'm not a bias. He's a championship. He won in Villanova. That boy's a champion. So I can't disagree with that. He won at the highest level already. So that is a fact. He is better. But with the limited, consistent minutes, I disagree with that. Because like I say, I go back to when me and your co-host had a little disagreement the other day. It was Rick Carlisle's fault that he didn't give Brunson the minute. And look what Jason Kidd did. When Jason Kidd came into the picture, he gave him a starting role position, and he got man $100 million contract. So to me, it's all about opportunity, because clearly Rick Carlisle is a more proven coach than Jason Kidd. But is it to say he's a bad coach because he didn't start Jalen Brunson? No. Whatever his philosophy was, that's what he started. But Jalen Brunson always been that player. And when he got the opportunity, that he got $100 million from us, Jason Kidd gave him that opportunity. So that's just my point.
Jalen Brunson, just to be clear, was a second-round pick, and he didn't really get a lot of he was a bench player his rookie year, and during that's year,
and who was his coach? Rick Carlisle, right?
He was during that rookie year. He shot 46% from the field. So even in that limited role, where he was getting, like we talk about, the limited role limits the players, lack of opportunity. In that limited role, he still was a scorer. He still proved it, right? So. And that was the same age as Brunson. So as a rookie, at the same age as Quickley, he was still better in terms of scoring the basketball, right? So, like you could say, I still think Brunson has a higher ceiling. I just do. I think Brunson has a higher.
And that's
ceiling.
where the mindset comes into play. Obi has turned the corner when mentally he's realizes I belong here, and I think this season, even with limited minutes, I think Obi's going to make that change. I don't know if IQ can. I think Obi, I saw what he did. Something about him has clicked. The lights came on.
I'm concerned about Obi. I am.
I am too.
I'm not.
You're not concerned? It's just like I said, it's passing. His passing is bad, and players that have the bad passing tend to not improve as fast as we want them to.
Right.
Like it's just how most players work in history. Like super high upside guys, when they don't have good passing, they just don't improve that fast. It's same like Wiggins, for example. Wiggins should have been like an MVP level player, but he didn't have the passing. I remember this play where Wiggins dunked on Jokic, had 40 points, was like the best player on the floor. Like he was just incredible. Next game, he doesn't have anything because he just doesn't have the playmaking ability to complement the scoring ability. Right.
All right.
So,
hey, let me do this real quick. So Paris Duggar says, hey, Paris Duggar, thank you for your generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, hey, the problem with being micro-critical of your players is you activate the knuckleheads who get bipolar with it. You don't invite hitters to a small fight. I understand what you're saying. Hey, Paris Duggar, I'm with you there, because in essence, what we're doing is breaking things down to the very last compound. Right, but what I will say this to you too is that in this evaluation process, what I would say, in this Emmanuel Quickley scenario thing, is that I think it's unfair to all of a sudden say the second year guys can be better than the third year guys without using data to compare. Right, because New Yorkers, man, they move on fast, bro. Fast.
Yeah.
Because think about this: if the Knicks had first round picks this year, say for instance, if the Knicks would have walked away with Duran or Deng or both, you can best believe the conversation would not have been about Obi. Right? We move on fast, bro. Right? Like for instance, we already moved on from Jalen Brunson. And we ain't even got Spider yet. Think about it, we moved on from Brunson and we ain't even got Spider yet, bro.
Haven't even seen Brunson play.
Basketball wise, he should have stayed on the Freezy. That's all. He should have stayed with the Mavs. They was the Western Conference Finals. Like he should have stayed. That's all. I'm just saying basketball sense wise.
I think it wasn't about basketball. I think they scorned him. I think he was hurt that it took them to the last minute to offer him that 4 for 55. They're like, yo, y'all know I'm worth the 4 for 55. What y'all doing? And it took them forever to offer it. And by the time they offered the 4 for 55, he was looking at 4 for 100 million. Right. It's too late. So now that I'm looking at 4 for 100 million, y'all offering me 4 for 55? This situation just keep getting worse and worse. I'm out of here. It's like he did say he wanted to stay there too. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and they didn't they wouldn't offer him. It's like with Shot Smoke. Like when Smoke come on. I'm sorry, when Shotgunner come on. I'd be like, easy, y'all. Don't get all over my man. Don't get all over my man. Let him talk. Everybody that come on here get a chance to talk, and then Shaq come on with his own personality and his own opinions. The chat go crazy. I'm like, easy, y'all. Everybody got their own opinion. Just because all of ours don't line up all the time, don't mean somebody crazy. Just listen to them. You got to respect. Well, you don't have to respect other people's opinion, but what I'm saying is, yo, come on, man. That's the reason why, yo. Like when the chat come on, as soon as I see Shot Smoke in the background, and I call him Shot Smoke because y'all know how I feel about guns, right?
Yeah,
that's why. No disrespect to his name or whatever. Y'all know how it is.
Oh no, I like that name.
But the thing is just because we all don't agree 100% of the time, don't mean somebody crazy, right? And
everyone has their own
personal
personal preference.
Yeah, and they say it in their own personal way. It's the reason why I think personally, I think EG 14,000 is crazy about this Hartenstein take, but he's smart. The one thing you can't say is the dude is not smart and has done his research. Now, will Hartenstein do this? It's yet to be determined.
He will.
Right? But you gotta respect where EG coming from because he researched this before he got out here and started talking.
And the funny thing about that, Uncle Freezy, is 9 out of 10 times, Shotgunner, what you say, C-Dub say, EG say, later on down the line, like, oh, now we know what he was talking about. Because sometimes these things do come into fruition. Like, oh, but we always like, oh, right.
Right. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. So will Quickley be better than it? We'll see. But I like the comment Paris Douglas said too. Paris Douglas said, yo, how about we just wait and let these, I forgot what he said, but I forgot the way he said it verbatim, but okay, here it is. We don't see who's dogging who in head-to-head practices. We judge on what we choose to see sometimes or dismiss it. And he's absolutely right on that. That's why when EG say stuff to me. So, go ahead, bro.
There was a funny quote from Michael Porter Jr. when he first got to the Nuggets. He was looking at practice, right? And he asked the people, is like, because in practice Plumlee was actually outplaying Jokic, right? And he was like, hey, like why does Plumlee not start over Jokic, man? Like because at this point, Jokic already had the fastest triple-double in NBA history. At this point, like he was already established. But a lot of practice, we don't. Sometimes when a player is not super athletic, or like sometimes in practice, a player can outplay somebody. But in an actual game, when the game matters, it doesn't matter. Like practice doesn't matter as much. Yeah, I gotta go real quick. Let me.
Hey, I gotta go too. Hey, Shy, I'm gonna hit you up later. Hey, EG, I'm gonna hit y'all up later, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Wiz, it's Wednesday. You know, it's Knowledge Wednesday. So I want to do a Patreon stream. And EG, the thing that we talked about yesterday, I want to see if we can do it today. Is that okay? You got free time today?
Yeah, I got free time today. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna run real quick, get something to eat, reset some stuff. I'll holler at y'all in a little bit on Knicks 360, probably about 6:30, man. I'll holler at y'all later.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. Pull up. Salute, y'all.
Hey, for sure. All right, y'all.